wake up and let the weirdness begin. It's the KVJ show to start your morning. Kevin is the host, and his skin pigment is whiter than Casper the Ghost. Virginia sounds like this. Nickname Vicious Beast, so don't get her pissed. It's Jason, talks like a spaz, and they love to talk about Bigfoot and stats. So get ready, here we go. You're listening to 97.9 with the KVJ show.
Look at this. Here we go. It is the KVJ show, back for a whole new year. Happy 2021. Finally made it through that terrible year last year. And we'll see. This has got to be better. If we tank 2021, we got no more excuses.
Oh, it's nice to be back, baby.
Yeah, it is. Good to see you guys. We'll get a whole rundown of everything that happened during our adventurous 2 weeks off for Christmas and for New Year's and all that kind of stuff. And even got a little update we got to give to you coming up here in just a little bit. So make sure you lock in for that. So we will get to all those kind of cool things coming up here, but it's good to be back, and it's good to see you all. Make sure you check us out on Kvj Tv on YouTube right now.
It's the KVJ Dirt of the Day. It's the KVJ Dirt of the Day. Virginia, take it away, because you know we need that Dirt of the Day.
Well, coming up in a second, your girl, Aunt Becky, is a free woman.
Thank goodness.
We will break down her prison release. Did she get out before Christmas, or did they keep her locked up? Make her enjoy Christmas in a cold jail cell.
It's cold.
I'll tell you coming up in just a sec. Before we get into that, you know, Brian Austin Green had to do something. His ex, Megan Fox, has been gallivanting all over town with that machine gun Kelly, and they're open mouth kissing each other with tongue, like publicly.
Talking about how he's the greatest man ever.
Yeah, she's been very vocal about how he's so amazing.
They are in love.
Yeah, they are.
They're in lust.
They're in lust.
Call me in 6 months. But anyway, so Brian Austin Green had to do something. He has now gone public, I guess, with his relationship. He's dating one of the hotties from Dancing with the Stars. I guess they were spotted vacationing together on a plane. And yes, they have been tight-lipped about it, but it sounds like that is his new girl. Sharna is her name.
Yeah, you had to do some kind of shot. I'm sure he's been doing nothing but going out and trying to find the replacement.
He's a good-looking dude.
He is. Absolutely.
He is. I just think that, you know, he's got a lot of baggage right now.
That's his bag.
Brian Austin Green.
And this is sad. Larry King had to be taken to the hospital. He's battling COVID, and I guess he's there in the hospital in Los Angeles. He has the type 2 diabetes, so he's kind of had some rough medical stuff recently, and now is in isolation battling COVID.
Jeez.
Ooh, Larry, that is some scary stuff.
That is.
And Lori Loughlin got out of prison. They let her out after Christmas, though.
They did?
Yes. I thought they were going to let her out before Christmas. No, 2 months in the clink, 2 months of a 5-month sentence. So I guess she got away with it. But her husband won't be released till April. So she is out.
You know, on the first interview they give her, she's going to be so devastated that she had to spend Christmas in the clink. That's going to be the angle.
There's no tree in my cell. And that's what's going on in your dirt.
Do you want to watch the KVJ show live or on demand? Find us on youtube.com/KVJ show.
What are you thinking about? What are you thinking about? What's on your mind? Are you thinking about? What are you thinking about?
I want to break down everything that happened here with our break and our vacation. I heard Virginia over there talking to Jay Bird, just saying, oh, man, I got to knock it off. What were you doing over break that you now have to start knocking off, Virginia?
The consumption, Kevin.
Oh, no.
It's been... Well, I mean, if you don't have to go to work the next day, there's no one to check you. There's no... if you're a wild spirit like myself, you like to run free in the field.
So you didn't have to worry about hangovers.
Yeah, I didn't have to worry about that. Didn't have to worry about, seeing people. Didn't have to worry about being presentable.
So if you love to get your sippy, this is a perfect time for you to just start imbibing.
The sipping, the eating, the combo of sipping and eating.
Okay. Okay. So you went after it, huh?
I did, and I definitely put on like 5 pounds.
Did anything bad happen from drinking or anything like that? Because you're telling us I gotta stop drinking.
No, nothing, because I wasn't around other people. My mistakes happen in public where strangers, I offend them. Luckily, everything I did was in my house and my yard. And so other than my neighbors, I don't think anybody else saw.
Okay. Now, you had said that on New Year's, did you go out for New Year's and get crazy then?
No, I stayed in my driveway. I lit a fire pit and I had a one-man party.
That sounds depressing.
So you rang and drank in the New Year by yourself?
I did.
Okay.
Well, Panda would come out periodically to check on me. Throw some
check on
logs
you.
on the flame. Rocco was running all my music for me. He was my little DJ. But yeah, I mean, it was really just kind of me out there dancing around.
What was Panda doing?
Shaking his head,
You were
questioning everything.
You were shaking your booty, he's shaking his head and his fist.
It was fun.
Okay.
But
It's time to get back at
it's
it.
time to go back to work because all that uncheckedness is dangerous.
Does your neighbors see you dancing out there?
Yeah, they've got to think I am just nuts. But my one neighbor, he deals with chronic pain and illness, so that dude's always high as a kite. I don't think he would care.
Oh, he probably wants to join you.
He probably would love it. My other neighbors are super religious, but I think they go to bed early, and that's good.
Yeah. A lot of times they do. You don't want to get near the witching hour if you're
No.
super religious.
I've noticed that very religious people go to sleep very
They
early.
do, yeah.
As they should, because I don't want them to see what happens in my yard after midnight.
Well, I think the cloak of night scares them.
That's the witching hour.
The devil's hour.
It is. So other than drinking alone in your driveway, is there anything exciting that you did over the vacation, Virginia?
We did lots of little smile stuff. That was fun.
Yeah.
I ended up packing toys for needy families with Santa himself on
Wow.
Christmas Eve.
Okay, that's big stuff.
That was big.
He's a busy dude.
He is very busy, but I was with him. We were packing toys. That was one of those moments where you just have to say, wow, I'm lucky.
Yeah.
I got to be with Santa.
For me, for the most part, I didn't do a ton. I just kind of I chilled out. I saw you guys one time. We went out and had some drinks, had a little lunch on the ocean. That was nice.
Yes.
Good to just check in, see how y'all were doing.
Yeah, you put up a video of me and Rocco, and me and Denny's were moving. We were moving a bunch of my furniture before, so we were really hot and sweaty, and that video was really terrible looking of me. Oh, man, it was bad.
No, it wasn't.
It was bad.
We were all having drinks.
That was fun, though.
It was about 6 drinks in when that video was taken, so you're forgiven.
I didn't go out much, though. Went to a brewery on Christmas Day. That was fun. And went to the Boca Bowl. Saw that. That was, it was cold. That was on the 22nd of December.
Okay.
Yeah, I watched a lot of football. That was pretty much it. There was some exciting stuff, a good and bad Dolphins game that I got to see. And then I watched a ton of movies. I always try to, during the break, I want to catch up on stuff that I hadn't seen. So I started off with all the holiday movies, the Die Hards and the Elves and all that kind of stuff. But then I watched that Wonder Woman 84.
Oh, everybody said it was crap.
It was not very good.
Really?
No, it's not very good.
Was Kristen Wiig good in it?
She was all right. Yeah, I mean, she was fine, but it really was the story. The story was just kind of dumb. And somebody made a good point. I was talking to about it. It's a movie that's set in the 80s. And other than really kind of starting in a mall that looks like it's in the 80s, they really missed a great opportunity to have a lot of awesome 80s songs throughout the entire movie.
They didn't do that.
Not really, no. I mean, a few here and there to kind of start it off. And it kind of got me going. I'm oh, this is going to be great. They're going to have great 80s music throughout the whole movie. And then it pretty much ended right at the beginning.
I feel like if they would have went super 80s through the movie, it would have been a home run. People love that stuff.
Yeah, I just feel like they missed a lot of opportunities. It's number one at the box office, but it has no competition. And most people are saying it's mediocre to bad.
Wow.
I know a lot of people that ended up like buying it in their homes and were like, we're not going to the theater. We'll just buy it and watch it. And then they were pissed.
Well, I got it on HBO Max for free. So if you have HBO Max, you can just dial it up. You don't have to pay anything for it. Because if I would have paid, I'd have been mad.
I mean, that's fancy stuff. HBO Max. That's big time stuff.
That's a deal they got going on. Yeah,
it's a good deal.
Yeah, they got some movies coming to HBO Max. I did watch Soul. That's a new Disney Pixar movie. That was good. That was a lot better than Wonder Woman 84.
Okay.
So it's an animated movie. That was kind of cool. I did watch The Mandalorian. And the guy who plays the Mandalorian, it's on Disney Plus. It's the Star Wars thing. That guy's everywhere. He was the bad guy in Wonder Woman 84.
What did you think of The Mandalorian?
Great.
I mean,
oh, I loved it.
To your
So
point,
good.
Talk about giving the fans what they want.
Oh, that's it.
They had a chance to do that with the Wonder Woman, make it all 80s and make it nostalgia. I think it would have been better. They did a great job with Mandalorian.
As we said, The Mandalorian is what every Star Wars movie outside of the original trilogy should have been. It's fantastic. So yeah, it's good. And we're doing this thing where we subscribe to Disney Plus for a month and then we cancel it. And then when a new Mandalorian season comes out, we get it for a month and then we cancel it. So that's kind of how we play it.
You better make sure your wife is the one canceling it because
She
last
is.
time you didn't cancel right.
She's all over it.
I don't cancel things right either, Kevin. I try to cancel my gym twice, and I'm still a VIP member.
They don't make it easy. They don't
The
make it
gym's
easy.
been closed for 6 months because of COVID, but you're still VIP.
I've paid so much money to a gym I've never been to.
I saw that Tom Hanks World War II movie Greyhound. It's okay. It's basically a guy on a warship just yelling out coordinates for 2 hours, but it's all right. The Chicago 7 movie, I watched that.
Did you like it?
Yeah, I did. That was some good acting and an interesting story. And then just kind of a mindless one on Netflix called Enola Holmes. It's the younger sister of Sherlock.
Oh.
Yeah, it was okay. I liked it. It was okay. Not great, but not terrible either. So I was pretty much what I did over the break for the most part. Jaybird, I know you had a couple big things going on. One was moving into your house, and that did happen over the break.
So first of all, big shout out to sweet producer Denny's, because without him, this move would not have been possible. Me and him moved my entire apartment into my townhouse.
Wow, how long did it take you?
We did not so my official first night sleeping in my house was January 1st. It was all the way up into that with the closing, and a lot went down. I won't bore everybody with the details, but it was a lot. I had to get the place, painted, and there was some problems with the walls I didn't see right away. So January 1st is when I first got in there.
Okay.
So, but I am beat down, man.
So you're officially a homeowner. You're in the house.
I'm in as of
Wow.
4 days now.
That's where you'll drive today, and that's where you'll sleep tonight.
I drove today.
Okay.
Here, which was weird because I'm used to being right down the street.
Yeah. How long does it take?
It takes me in the morning, and it only takes me about 7 minutes.
Okay.
7.5 minutes.
That's not bad. Okay.
No, it's not bad at all.
Okay.
Sweet Denny's is only 9 minutes away.
Okay.
I'm still only 10 minutes away from the Kevin Ralston.
Okay.
I'm now only an hour and a half away from the Witch, Virginia.
Good. I like to keep some distance.
Yeah, and she drinks alone too.
Well, now that I'm closer, you got a partner, kid.
Come over. I'll set up the cauldron in the driveway.
I haven't even been in my pool yet. So it's been crazy. A lot has happened since I've moved in. So,
is there really anything else that you did other than moving during the break?
No, it's all a blur.
Yeah.
But he was like, they had painting crews, they had construction stuff going on.
And I am bad at all adulting things.
We know.
This was a challenge for the bird.
Stretch yourself.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
I stretched myself, and I got to tell you, I'm coming out of vacation and I am tired.
Yeah. I bet. The other thing, though, is I know that you'd sent me an email yesterday, and you have an update for everybody. I don't know if you'd like to give that now, or if you want to
I don't want to
wait.
give it now.
Okay. All right. We'll wait and give that to everybody else a little bit later here on the show.
An update about what?
He's just got some news for everybody, but we'll do that a little bit later here on the show.
Okay.
Yeah, so we'll get to that coming up. So it's good to be back, and here we are on the KVJ Show. Make sure you check us out. We're on YouTube right now. You can see it. Just go to KVJ TV and look for the KVJ Show on YouTube.
Check out KVJ TV on YouTube or just log on to kvjshow.com to watch the show now. Powered by Cleveland Clinic, where every life deserves world-class care. Now, back to the KVJ Show on 97.9 WRMF.
Talking about all the stuff that came out over the break and that we got to finally watch. Got to the Wonder Woman 84. That dropped, I think, on Christmas Day is when that came out. A lot of people checked it out, but the reviews are not great. I haven't heard anybody that really loved it.
At least not in this room.
No.
I've only heard bad, and I read a lot of bad online.
Did you?
Yeah.
Yeah.
People were pissed.
Yeah, it's not going well. Yeah.
Well, maybe you got HBO Max just for that. I'm sure it's not cheap.
She had a couple stink bombs, old gal Godot. She had that Imagine video.
Yeah.
And that really tanked.
Yeah, that didn't do well. People want to know what you thought of the latest season of Cobra Kai that just dropped on Netflix.
If I could give it 10 out of 10 stars, I would give it 10 out of... Well,
you can do that.
I'm doing it right now.
Yeah.
You're allowed.
I just gave it 10 out of 10.
You're a Karate Kid expert.
It was amazing. See, that's a franchise that gives the fans what they want. They're amazing. The writers are big time fans, and the way they did season 3 was just so awesome.
That's good.
It was really great.
I'm kind of storing up, and
it's cheesy. It's bad acting. I remember you said there was some bad acting in the episodes you saw.
Yeah,
and there is, especially with the kids. Johnny and Daniel are great.
Yeah,
they're really good actors. But you're right. There is some cheesiness to it. But that's what I love about it.
Okay, that's good. Yeah, I'm kind of. With some shows, I like to have them kind of ramp up and get through them before I really jump into them.
Oh, this one's so good.
Yeah. So I kind of want to do that with Cobra Kai, but I'll probably jump on that pretty soon. There are some shows that are ending this year, so if you haven't jumped on them yet, and some big shows too. Shameless is wrapping up season 11. I think that's airing right now. Ozark wraps up. So they will have a finale on that as well. So
that's a series finale?
Series finale is going to be up. Yeah, for some reason, Netflix cut it. It's gone. So this will be the final season on that. And then The Bachelor starting tonight. Are you excited about that, Virginia?
I am excited about Matt James.
Okay, tell me who is Matt James and why should I be excited?
That is Tyler Cameron's best friend. And if you follow local legend from Jupiter, Tyler Cameron, who was on The Bachelorette, he's been running around with Matt James for years. They started a charity together that helps kids in underserved communities learn about nutrition, and that teaches them about food and eating healthy. And they've been doing good things for years. And Matt is super sexy. The two of them, I mean... panty droppers when they walk in a bar. Oh my gosh. Could you imagine? No girl. I mean, no girl's defenses could ever.
It'd be kind of nice, wouldn't it?
Those two, I'm sure, kill it when they go out together.
Nuns, because nuns are trained to be protective.
I don't know. I think they went over a nun. That's a lot right there.
Even a nun couldn't resist.
I would like to see her try.
That's a bold statement.
Yeah.
But he's got the charisma. He's got the personality. They're fun. Mm-hmm. I'm excited to see. And I mean, he's very good looking.
Okay. Well, I know that your boy Tyler Cameron, he's doing all kinds of crazy TikTok videos. He was in town in South Florida.
He was in Jupiter over the holiday. I keep stalking him.
How old are they? Mid-20s?
I think late 20s.
Late 20s.
Early 30s.
Mm-hmm.
Right in that.
Just how Mama likes him.
Old enough to make me a cougar.
New shows coming up this week. Fox's Name That Tune is doing the reboot on Wednesday. I don't know if that'll be any good, but did you see Randy Jackson's on that? The dog?
Is he?
He's playing the piano.
I'm glad to see him working.
The dog got a gig.
I'm glad.
Back on TV.
Yeah.
Did you see they're doing the Celebrity Wheel of Fortune on Thursday?
See, I don't like the Celebrity Wheel of Fortune. I like when people are playing for their own money because they're in it to really win it. The celebrity ones, they don't care. I get that they're there. Oh, let's get the ratings
for my charity.
Oh, it's a charity, and I feel guilty.
No, they'll probably be playing for their charities. Yeah. They can't give celebrities piles of cash.
Good point. I'm done.
And then coming up on Sunday, what looks really good, HBO is doing a documentary on Tiger Woods.
Oh.
But are they going to get deep?
Yes, it's all about the scandal and about all the ladies he had and his whole life about the golf. And it looks like they're going to hit everything.
I'm going to be getting that popcorn and licking my fingers.
And he's in the documentary as a participant?
Well, I don't know that they don't show. They only show clips.
I prefer it to be unsanctioned, actually.
They only show clips, like they put together the Tiger Woods story. They don't show anything current where he's commenting on what happened then, and I would be surprised to see that.
You don't want that.
I mean, I'm just wondering, is it going to be like a Michael Jordan kind of a documentary?
Doesn't seem like it's got that angle. It seems like they're not. It's not like it's produced by Tiger Woods' own company.
Yeah.
Good. I want to know what all the chickie poos have to say, and he's not going to let the chickie poos talk.
Mm-hmm.
No, and they want to talk,
and I want to listen.
I think they did talk, actually.
They did. They had them all on the cover of People magazine. Remember that? They couldn't fit all the blondes on the cover of People.
Didn't it come out where he was hitting up the girls he was sleeping with on the down low, trying to say, don't say anything because my wife's going to find out? Remember we had some kind of audio or something like that?
He was trying, but I mean, there was too many of them.
You're trying to silence the women you're sleeping with as you're cheating on your wife. Good luck with that.
So it's going to be good. That is this Sunday, so lots of stuff to check out. Eminem's had a lot of drama here last couple of weeks. One, I saw he was apologizing to Rihanna, who he did that song with, because apparently once upon a time he actually took the side of Chris Brown and their whole fight that had happened.
I do remember that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
not the right side to take.
Yeah, he finally came clean on that and said I was wrong in my approach on that. I guess he wanted to squash that because he's got another feud that is going on right now with Snoop Dogg. I don't know if you guys heard about this, but it all started because I guess Snoop Dogg kind of dissed Eminem about his greatest rappers and Eminem not making the cut.
I think we've all heard about this feud, Kev.
Okay.
Eminem, the great white hope. White rappers had zero respect in rap. None. He has probably put Eminem in a position where he could be labeled as one of the top 10 rappers ever. I don't think so, but the game feels like he's top 10 lyricists and all that comes with it, but that's just because he's with Dr. Dre, and Dr. Dre helped him find the best Eminem that he could find. There's some in the 80s that he can't with. You understand me? I ain't got no time to play with it. It is what it is. It's like, that's one of my teammates. That's one of my brothers. But when you talking about this hip hop that I can't live without, I can live without that.
Okay.
Dang.
So Snoop apparently not a big fan of Eminem, or at least enough that he thinks he's one of the top 10.
They should be. I mean, they're boys.
Well, he said it there. We're on the same team. They're in the Dr. Dre team.
But that'd be me going like, me and Kevin Ralston, we're on the same team. I love him and all, but he's not in the top 10 radio hosts of all time.
Yeah, it's like you come up with a radio host list.
Yeah, and
in
you're
West
not
Palm
on it.
Beach.
Yeah, you're not on it. It's kind of a diss.
Randy Rhoads is way better than Kevin. We all know this.
Mo is better than Kevin.
I dare you to name 8 more.
I don't know if I can anymore. Yeah, Brian Mudd is better than Kevin. Jennifer Ross is better than Kevin.
So, of course, Snoop Dogg has to get a little hit from Eminem as he's come up with a diss track now called Zeus. This is Eminem's shot back at Snoop Dogg. Wow. Okay. Well, there you go. So we have not heard Snoop's rebuttal to that diss track.
Well, I think a lot of people want to know what the Kevin Ralston thinks about the hip-hop game. Whose side do you take, Eminem or Snoop Dogg?
Well, I think the question is, does Eminem belong in the top 10?
I think he does.
I do too, but I know nothing about hip-hop, so.
You do. You actually do. You were a DJ on a hip-hop station.
You're right, I was.
Back
for
in
3
the day.
months.
So illegitimizes that station.
Yeah. Guess we'll just have to see what happens with that. But
It just depends on what you like, you know? I mean, if you liked modern mainstream hip hop, Eminem's got to be on your list.
Yeah.
If you like deeper, harder cuts and you believe in more true, deep hip hop, then maybe Eminem's not on your list. Eminem is kind of a top 40 hip hop artist.
Well, I mean, are you speaking like an MC?
He's been on radio a lot and pop radio. And we just played the damn song.
Well, but there are skills that you admire. Like, there is something, too, with doing that. Like, somebody like a Busta Rhymes and Eminem, they do things in lyrically how they do it not a lot of people can do it. Now, there's stuff that I see like Migos doing, brrr, weep, 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 like stuff like that where I'm like, I could probably do that.
Well, if Snoop's talking about Eminem versus some guy back, hey, you, what you gonna do?
Right.
You know we're gonna
And
get
it sounded
through.
like he was
No.
because he's talking about like maybe a Curtis Blow or somebody like that.
I'm gonna side with Eminem on that one.
I think Eminem belongs in the top 10, but
Am
who
I
knows
the-
more about hip hop, me or Snoop? I'd say Snoop does.
But am I the only one in this room that loves a battle rap hip hop kind of a?
It's a good one
the
between those
Tupac
two.
and-
Well, I bet there's probably a jealousy thing that was going on because Snoop Dogg was there with Dr. Dre first, and then Eminem comes along, and Snoop Dogg was probably jealous.
One of my favorite rap feuds of all time was Eazy-E against Dr. Dre. I love
That was the best.
That's
They love
one of my
90s hip-hop.
favorite. Yeah.
Yeah, they don't do them like that anymore. The 90s was good. They'd end their feuds by shooting each other.
Exactly.
I mean, they just don't do it that way anymore.
Now they go on Twitter.
Right. It's so soft, this new age hip hop guys. So this list, this guy who reviews movies, he put together his list of movie laws. These are tried and true movie laws. You've seen this in multiple movies. Like, for instance, a movie law. If you say, stay in the car or sit right there and don't move until I get back, there is a 90% chance that the person who's supposed to sit there is going to be gone when you return. And it's even more likely to happen if you're talking to a child or a whimsical alien from another galaxy.
That's true.
You just wait right here. I'll be right back. And then something happens.
It's kind of like in a horror movie, if somebody goes to investigate something, hey, what's going on out there? You know they're going to die.
Right. Some of the other ones I said, when the hero storms into the big honcho's headquarters, the assistant will say, hey, you can't go in there. And then they're going to follow the hero right into the office and ask if they should call security. But the honcho will say, it's okay. And invite the hero to have a seat. How many
That's
times
good.
did that happen where they storm right in? You can't go in there.
I love it.
Another movie law is when the oldest child of a single parent won't even try to hide the resentment that they feel for the parent's new love interest. But when a crisis hits and the new love interest steps up, the resentful teenager will come around.
It brings them together.
It's what was that? Was it Stepmom? Is that the one? That,
Yeah.
Yeah. How many times have they done that vehicle?
Oh,
lot.
that vehicle's been driven a lot.
And then by the end of it, they're just the best buds. And
It's so unrealistic. We all know teens are going to rebel.
Also, you ever notice this? When TV anchors are receiving breaking news, they always got to put their hand on the IFB device in their ear. Because it was clear during the entire rest of the newscast, but when breaking news comes in, you have to put it there just to let everybody know that this is breaking news.
Yes.
I got to really listen to this. The movie law, where the more tentative you are when approaching the microphone for that big moment, the higher the odds of screeching feedback. It's usually when they get in front of maybe an school assembly, and they're the nerdy kid and they got something to say.
Is this one on the list where somebody's going to make a speech at a raging party and everyone who's been drinking for 5 hours, smoking dope, making out, they all stop to listen to the big speech? It's complete silence.
We're trying to make announcements at raging
No.
parties. Nobody ever stops to listen to anything you have to say.
But you'll be crying on stage and not everyone's going to be listening.
Another movie law. After the FBI or the police leave the crime scene, the anti-hero will spot a key piece of evidence that they all missed.
Yeah.
That always happens in movies. Or the movie law that when a parent makes a giant breakfast, nobody will eat it. That always bothered me because I had a grandparent that was so big on that whole thing that, there are starving kids all around the world when I wouldn't eat everything on my plate.
Totally.
And you would have this immaculate movie breakfast with the eggs perfectly done and toast and everything else, and everybody just whizzes right by and it's like, oh, I got soccer practice. Oh, I gotta get going.
The other one that's annoying is when there's a storyline going on in a movie or a show and they put the TV on and the news report conveniently gives them the information
Starting right at the beginning.
that they need right in that moment.
You never get the beginning.
Never.
What happens to me, I always get right in the middle, so I miss the entire setup.
Yeah.
But the story is so good, I knew that I needed to hear it, but I can't watch the beginning of it. The other one they always still do, and I guess it's to save time, but how long does it take to say goodbye?
I agree. I think they should add that into a
I'll see you
movie.
later. I'll talk to you soon.
I'm with you on that.
They never, ever, ever do that in any TV show or movie. they always just have a dramatic line and then they just hang up the phone. I'm like, have you ever once in your life ended a phone conversation like that unless you just hung up on the person when they say something jerky to you?
No,
I have
never,
not.
never.
Yeah. Another movie law, if you knock out a security guard or police officer or uniformed henchman while trying to escape or infiltrate, their clothes will automatically fit you perfectly, even the shoes.
You're right.
Every single time. Another one somebody sent in, if you walk into a bar and say, I'll take a beer, the bartender always just throws you a beer instead of saying, you know what, we got 47 different options for you.
I mean, for a guy who loves craft beer, that would really make you PO'd.
There's just not one beer, yeah.
Yeah, you can't do that if you like beer.
No.
But the only thing you do notice is you can tell now when, for instance, like a Corona or a Modelo, they buy the movie because then every single person in the bar is drinking that exact same beer. You're never going to go into a bar and everybody's going to drink the exact same beer. But they do in movies.
I always wondered, too, has anybody ever been in one of those kind of movie fights where you're at a bar and one guy punches one guy and then everybody just starts to punch everybody and the band's still playing?
No, I've seen those, and at most it's two, maybe one other guy will join in or two, but it's never the entire bar.
Most fights are broken up in under a minute.
Right.
But in a movie,
You're
there's
thrown outside.
Yeah, there's a 2.5 minute montage.
Somebody's going to get a chair over the head. Something like that's going to happen.
The band's still playing.
Mm-hmm. Another movie law. When you're wrongly accused on the lam and hiding in plain sight, when the police sketch you appears on the TV news or shows up in the paper, an eagle-eyed observer will look at you once, twice, and then exclaim, hey, that's the guy right there.
I mean, that's The Fugitive. That's in The Fugitive.
Some good stuff. Heard you talking about Rocco getting his garage door opener for Christmas, Virginia?
Yes, he was so excited. He got his garage door opener. The installation team is coming any day to put it in, and so he's pumped.
Probably not on typical 5-year-old's Christmas wish list.
No, it's not.
Every kid's dream said never anyone.
He wanted to be able to control it from his phone, and
Okay,
so
yeah.
that was the big selling point of this special high-tech one.
Yeah, here's Rocco running down everything he got for Christmas. It's an interesting little list.
Hey, Rocco.
Hey, Mom.
So, did Santa bring you everything you wanted?
Yeah,
What'd you get?
I got a kid's PC, and you can look at it.
Oh, there it is. There's your kid's PC. Fancy.
I also got a garage door opener, a security system, and I've also got cameras for my room.
Nice.
A safe security system camera, and a Minnie Mouse phone, and a Hess truck, and a Sony DVD. I mean, like a Sony radio.
Oh, and did you get maybe a new game that you and Mommy like to play?
Yep, Yeti and my spaghetti.
Yeti and my spaghetti, our new favorite game.
Bye, everybody, and I also got a phone.
Okay. Wow. Some good stuff.
He means a house phone. He wanted a house phone, so he got like a regular rotary phone.
Do you have a landline?
I'm having one installed.
He wants a landline.
He wants a landline, guys. I don't know. I don't get it.
Did he see that in a movie or something? 'Cause
Maybe.
Those
I don't-
landlines aren't so popular these days.
He wants a landline.
Wow. How about that? That's amazing stuff. I'm glad he had a good Christmas.
He's a different little guy.
He's got the best little radio voice.
Oh, thanks.
Also, wanted to say thanks to everybody that helped us out with our Little Smiles Holiday Toy Drive when we left here. I think it was like well over $20,000 had been raised. There was greater need than usual, as you can imagine, from the year 2020 as we help kids in area hospitals and shelters. And as the money kept rolling in during the break, Virginia, and you were packing up gifts to send all these kids, it just kept growing and growing.
It really did. And so many KVJ Nationers stepped up and donated. It came up to be over $100,000.
Oh, that's awesome.
Raised at the holiday season. So amazing work.
Yeah, really cool stuff. And the need does continue through the entire year.
Absolutely.
As they're trying to continue to put smiles on kids' faces and also help out these families as well that are going through a really tough time when their kids are diagnosed with some of the things they are. Puts a whole strain on the entire family. So you can continue to donate. You can go to littlesmiles.org to find information on how to do that. I got a couple birthdays. One to Monique from Haley. A little shout out for you. And also we got a happy 7th birthday shout out to our very super special gal, Avery. We love and adore every single piece of you. Mommy, Daddy, Mason, and the pets, Maxie, Penny, and Simon. You can see that.
Oh, that's Avery.
That's Twitter Sarah.
Yeah.
Yes.
We love her.
Adorable photo. So on KVJ TV, you can watch that on YouTube. Just go look for the KVJ show. If you have an iPhone, you might have started noticing a little orange dot on your phone appearing in the upper right-hand corner. I noticed it if you look where you've got your cell signal, you've got your Wi-Fi, and you've got your battery. And I was on my phone the other day, and along with those other 3 things, there was this little orange dot. I'm like, what is that? I'd never noticed that before, and for me, I'm just like, well, all right.
Well,
I just didn't observe it. But.
When I first saw it, I had been drinking a little bit.
Okay.
And I'm looking at it, and I'm going, is this the drinking, or am I seeing things? What is this? Is there pizza sauce on my phone?
Apparently, it's something that is relatively new. If you have an iPhone, you might start noticing these orange dots. What does it mean? Apparently, it's a new indicator to tell you when an app is accessing your microphone or your camera. So it means someone could be watching or listening to you, or at least hearing what you're saying. You notice how you mention a product and then boom, that advertisement is right there a minute later.
But do you think those people that are listening in, let's say that they're scanning and all of a sudden they hear a conversation that's juicy or someone's weeping, do you think they stay for their own personal enjoyment to listen?
No, and I don't think it goes like that at all. I think it is an app that is listening to words that you're saying. You know how you can do your dictation and things like that? It is an app that turns on, who knows if it's Facebook or which apps are using this. That's what I don't have the answer to. But that's what it could be, is Facebook is listening like that, the talk to text, and they hear you mention Downy softener or laundry detergent. And then all of a sudden, when you go into Facebook, you're going, how'd they know that? We've had that conversation so many times where people are like, they clearly have to be listening to me, because I'll say something random and even something that I never ever buy. And then all of a sudden, magically, an ad pops up right for me. Well, now, as people are starting to call foul, saying, I don't like when people are listening to me, or I don't like that whole thing, they're now trying to alert you a little bit more that there is an app that is listening to your voice, or maybe even is recording you visually. And that's what I think would be amazing.
But there's some pervs out there that are going to listen a little bit longer.
Well, if you're pervy dude, I guess, could come up with some app that's downloaded by a lot of people, and then he could start accessing his app and maybe accessing your camera.
Okay, so I was last night setting my alarm and making sure that I was back on track and going to be up at the right time. And that dot was there in the top right-hand corner, an orange one and like a yellow one.
Dang, someone's listening to you poop.
Well, on the alarm app on your phone?
Yeah, I see that right there. I don't know if,
It's not there now, but I swear to you, it was there last night, because I was looking at it going, what the hell is that dot? I thought my phone screen was cracked or something.
You don't bring that phone to the bathroom, do you?
I do.
Oh, boy.
Yeah, somebody texted in and said, it also comes on when your speakerphone is being used for phone calls. And I think that's it. It's kind of an alert that audio is going through the microphone is being used. So it would work for those times, but there are times where you're not talking on your phone and that orange dot will be on. It means that there is an app on your phone that is either listening to your voice or is recording video of you.
Oh my gosh, there's so much weirdness.
So it might not have been that app. It might have been a different one, and it's just a warning.
Yeah, and Heather's saying it means that it doesn't mean it's recording. It means that you're using your microphone. But I will tell you, the couple times I've noticed it, I'm not using my microphone on anything. I wasn't on any kind of
Me too.
talk app, any kind of device or whatever, and that orange light was on. And that's what I just read. I was like, wow, that means that...
I was definitely not on my microphone as I was going to bed last night. I was trying to set my alarm, and Panda was laying next to me. I was actually trying to be super quiet.
Do you all get freaked out speaking openly and honestly in your place because you're afraid there's some kind of phone or something recording you? Has that got to your head yet?
No.
It has for me, man. I've been burned.
I mean, I'm not saying anything bad. I mean, if you want to come and record me cooking dinner, who cares?
Yeah, I was really surprised by this because they did a survey where 2 out of 3 Americans say they don't care if their smart devices are recording them.
I kind of do care.
Mm-hmm.
Well, what kind of fun stuff are you
doing? There's 3 people in here. 2 of us don't care and 1 does. So, hey, that survey, boom, matches.
You're right. The numbers line up.
The numbers line up.
On.
It's dead on.
And I live alone. Why do I care?
Because you're doing more weird things than we are.
No doubt. No
You're
doubt.
doing things that you really don't need people to see or hear.
Well, you guys have people keeping you in check.
Right, yeah. What you're doing, yeah.
I'm alone.
Yeah.
You're free to move about as your dirty little mind tells you.
Agreed.
How about that? So apparently that's what it means. Now, disabling it and all that stuff, I don't really know.
Do you have to go into the individual apps and turn off access? I think you would have to.
Yeah, you might. And the thing that's tough about that is legitimately you do want that talk to text feature on a lot of apps. And it's usually when you're driving or something like that where you don't have the chance to really use your hands that you want that.
But I think you can indicate only while using the app.
And that's what I always put. So that's why
Me
I'm
too.
wondering, what are the apps that are turning on that orange light that means that something is using my microphone or my camera?
We need to investigate.
I thought I'd done that with every one. Now I got to go through every app I have. And
they tricked us.
yeah, so I don't know.
What if when you do an update, the app says, oh, we automatically switch it to always allow?
I don't know.
That might be it too. They're tricky, Kevin.
Mm-hmm, they are tricky.
They're going to get us all.
You saw that and we're wondering. That's apparently what the orange dot on your phone is all about. Okay, got some call 'em outs here today. If there's somebody you need to call out for any of their behavior, good or bad, we're letting you know what the social norms are here on the KVJ show. 877-979-WRMF, 877-979-9763. You can get those through to us. Got a couple of positives out here to start off with. Somebody said, great job to Cobra Kai. That is amazing. Jaybird kind of gave that a positive shout out earlier. He had said that it's absolutely an amazing show. So that is a nice little positive. Shout out to a nice little positive, too, if everybody had stepped up to help out with the Little Smiles Holiday Toy Drive, over $100,000 we're able to get for that. And that is going to go a long way to putting smiles on the faces of kids in area hospitals and shelters here in South Florida. So that is absolutely amazing. So a little shout out there. Got a couple other fun things here. Shout out to somebody, I guess, Jaybird, that let you know that you had a wardrobe malfunction. I believe you're out in the store and you kind of blew something out.
My shorts blew out so I wasn't wearing any underwear.
What?
Me and Sweet Denny's.
You don't do that.
Well, no, I had my shorts on and I didn't have, because we were moving and it just was a lot, grinding and doing all that stuff. So
grinding with no underwear on?
No, not like that. I meant grinding as in
somebody's gonna wind up pregnant.
I meant as in working hard, where we're grinding, working it out. And through the process of moving, I blew out the back end of my shorts and didn't realize it. We were out shopping for a good an hour and a half, and we were at Target, and this woman goes, "Ooh, hey, you have a hole in the back of your pants. I can see your balls and your booty." And Sweet Denny's comes around and goes, "Oh my gosh, yes you can."
Dang.
Oh, wow.
How bad was it, Train?
Yeah, I don't know how that happened. The entire back of your pants was open. Like those overalls that people wear with the flap that comes down in the back. It looked like that.
No.
You could see everything.
She saw your balls?
We're talking the P. We're talking the other. Yeah,
It was like a window in the back.
The PT and the B.
We got a photo of it. We can is it? It's okay to post, right?
Yeah, we scoured it.
Well, we did the clean version. But my question is, how many other people in Palm Beach County saw my nards that day?
If I didn't know you, I wouldn't say anything.
No, I'm
because
telling
you think, okay, this obviously is an unglued person.
We were at the Publix on Village Boulevard. There's no way my nards were not all up in that Publix. I mean, there's no way.
That's hot.
No, it's not.
Now, did she say it in a way, because I've had this happen before too, because you have where somebody's trying to let you know to be cool, or then you have kind of the way that Virginia lets you know so that everybody can hear?
She was a concerning person going, you have your nards out and your booty.
Okay. So it's a good call out there.
She was shocked and we go ahead.
It looked like his pants were ripped, not like he did it intentionally.
It's not down. It was kind of a horizontal rip, not a vertical when they went up the crack.
You could see both cheeks, and you could see the coin slot.
Wow.
And you could see the nards.
Really?
They're dangling like a New Year's Eve ball.
When you bent over to get that head and shoulders.
I ain't got no dandruff. I don't need no head and shoulders. Don't put that out there. I'm a Pantene man.
That ain't shoulders.
Yeah.
Wow. Okay. All right. So that is a nice public servant call out. Also got a fun little call out here about something that Virginia gave to Denny's.
What did I give you?
Well, so Virginia was very nice. She gave me a very beautiful card, which I still have up. I love. And it had a few gift cards in it for the holiday season.
Yeah.
And so I went out to use some of the gift cards. One of the ones I got was for Schmalschmart. And while I'm in line just buying a controller, I was going to use the gift card in there. The guy goes to scan my card, and it doesn't seem to be working. And I was like, well, it's a gift card, you know? So he types in the number, and he calls the manager over, and she's typing it in. And they basically decide that this card is either stolen by me or whoever gave me the card stole it and gave it to me.
No way.
Yes.
I gave you a stolen gift card?
It was amazing because I witnessed the whole thing from a distance. And it was the longest line I've ever seen at Walmart. And not only was it the longest line, this guy was so turned off by Denny's.
He thought I was a crook.
He thought he was a crook. He told him he was not going to help him at all.
He canceled my transaction, told me to get out of there. The manager told me to get out of there.
We got chucked out of Walmart.
He goes, the way they do this is you go grab a card and you steal it and you bring it back here and try to use it. It's not activated. You guys are stealing.
Oh, he calling you a thief?
Yeah.
Dang, Denny's. I don't know what happened. I gave Suits gift cards too.
I know.
Did any of those work?
I got to check in.
The cool thing is, though, when me and Denny's are out in public, we do not look like we're thieves.
Yeah, I know.
You guys have
You got
cultivated an
hobo
interesting
pants.
look. Yeah.
We look like we are hippies looking to steal something.
We looked around.
So he's stealing from the store. You're walking around with your behind and balls
They made me
hanging out.
leave. It was awful.
Denny's,
Oh, my
I'm
gosh.
sorry. I don't know what happened.
What a tandem.
I gave so many gift cards.
They must have known when they were scanning it. You bought it. They didn't scan it and give it a credit.
What about the other ones? Did any of them get turned
I
away?
haven't tried them. I've been terrified. I get shamed by Walmart.
This was a very public thing. Denny's looked like he was a criminal
Well, they were
trying to
yelling at
steal
me.
TVs. It looked bad.
Oh, Denny's.
It looked bad.
I go, this was a personal friend. I don't think they stole it and gave
I
it
would
to me. And they're like, this is criminal behavior.
It was in the middle of us moving, so we both looked like who did
We
it and
stopped
ran.
in the middle of moving to get food and for me to run in really quick and grab this item.
We looked like a couple ragamuffins. We really did.
I'm so sorry.
Yeah.
I don't know what
It's
happened.
fine.
We got to check Suits' gift cards
Yeah.
too. I gave him ones too.
That's funny.
Yes. So it was rough.
I'm sorry.
It's fine. I forgive.
I replace it.
Well, and the thing that's going on right now with Jayburn and Denny's too, if you're not watching KVJ TV or you didn't see the video that we posted up last Tuesday,
It's a terrible
when we all
video.
got together.
It's a terrible video. It was the middle of moving. My hair was so greasy. Don't even get me started on my shower situation right now because there's a whole piece of drama with that.
The new house?
Yes, we can't.
Oh, boy.
Me and Sweet Denny's, we can't figure out how to turn on the gas. I have no hot water. I
Yeah,
have
it's
no
gas-powered hot water.
I've been taking freezing cold.
Oh, no.
Oh, it's been.
Oh, no.
The electricity's on, the water's on, the gas is not on. His stove
Wow.
won't turn on either.
I just got into the house though. I mean, 48 hours ago.
I think somebody has to come out with a big thing and turn it on.
I will tell you, the hair that you guys have going on, it's definitely a big conversation piece. A lot of comments, about that.
There's a thing called long hair discrimination.
Yeah, you guys have said that you feel like you're getting discriminated against. I mean, they think Denny's is a crook.
Hippie hair.
I can tell by the way. So there are customer service people I've been working with for a long time, and I have a hat on, so my hair is short. But now that I have long hair and I go out with long hair, my gosh, do they treat me differently? They treat me like I'm trying to steal something from the cash register, trying to steal their daughter. And
Denny's too?
Sweet Denny's. This cat's always been discriminated against.
Always. For many years. So.
Long hair discrimination's real, bro.
There is something about it, yeah. I got it. Virginia gave Denny's a gift card that didn't work at the store.
How embarrassing for
And then
me.
Denny's got accused of being a thief. He's holding up a line. Everybody's all upset.
It's Christmas.
Poor Denny's just doesn't deserve this kind of grief.
If I didn't have if I was not on a morning show, I would be like, "This is terrible," but the whole time thinking this is great for that Monday when we come back.
Yeah. Thought Denny's was afraid to use any of the other gift cards.
I don't blame him.
Here's what some other people have had their experiences. Somebody said they had the same problem with the Walmart Visa MasterCard. It needs to be registered online first. Then you need to tell them how much the card is.
Registered online? Who's got time for that?
Merry Christmas. I've given you chores.
Yeah. I've given you a whole 30-minute process.
Somebody else said you can check the value online of gift cards before you use them. If you've got any from the holidays, you might want to do that just to make sure it's all good so you don't have the same experience Denny's had.
Oh, I just march right in like it's a credit card and charge it. That's a lot of work.
Somebody said a good gift card tip is always tape receipts to gift cards, especially during the holidays. Who's to say the cashier didn't activate it and pocketed the money? Always keep and share gift card receipts.
I did have that happen to me. I got flustered at the cash register and they didn't give me back. Like, I was supposed to get cash back. Like, it was just, I had a lot going on with Rocco. I'm sorry. I feel bad.
Okay. Well, there you go. Some interesting stuff. Got another column out here that came in via email. It says, I want to call my boyfriend out for always peeing on the toilet seat and not cleaning it up. I told him that every time that I find urine on the toilet seat, he owes me $20. Then he said it's wrong for me to be treating him like a child. Well, I told him to be considerate and not act like a child. Any thoughts on that?
Don't pee on the seat.
Yeah, I agree with her.
You can pee on the seat, clean it up.
Right.
When you have to go number two, you're going to have to sit there too. So you're not just cleaning it for her, you're cleaning it for the both of you.
You're cleaning it for us.
Yeah.
You're cleaning it for mankind.
Yeah. Well, that's kind of how I feel as well. So you do you, and I'd hold to him.
That's why fighting you on cleaning urine. This guy's gross. I would dump him.
That's
actually.
why I think in modern times, we're in 2021, y'all. Man, you can sit and pee. It's very freeing.
You broke me into that.
It's the best.
And I do now. And even my youngest son, and you know what? His brother and sister give him grief. And they're like, why do you sit to pee? And he's like, because Dad does. And I'm like, I do because Jaber did. And you're right. It is. It is. I'm telling you, it really is. And I do this only at home. I'm not going to go into a public bathroom and go sit down on the seat. I don't touch those things.
These cheeks are not going on no public.
No. So, yeah, if I have a urinal, then I'm going to use the urinal. But otherwise, when I'm at home, every time I sit down, because you don't have to worry about the aim thing. You get a second to catch your breath, Virginia. It's
you
kind
can
of like
check your voicemails.
It's a little respite.
Well, we live in a time where everything's hustle, bustle, stress. Why not take the time to enjoy that pee?
Well,
you deserve it.
And the other thing, too, I think it's kind of rude and boisterous to have that splashing noise going on. So it's kind of like a muffler for your urine.
It's aggressive.
And it's very aggressive. And if you ever done that where... I mean, I remember one time this happened where I would sit with a bunch of people, guys and girls, and we were in an apartment. And this guy's like, I gotta go to the bathroom real quick. He goes in right to the bathroom right there to pee, and you could hear every little splash. It was so loud. It sounded like a turbine in there blasting through the toilet. And then we came out, it was just awkward. Everybody's like, had a good pee, huh?
We heard every drop.
Look, some people have a very, very talented pee stream. Not everyone's pee stream is built the same, I should
His
say.
was powerful and it was loud. And
He
if
was
you-
boasting.
If he would have sat down, he'd have gone there just for a little bit of time. You wouldn't hurt anything. You'd come out all discreet and you'd been like, okay, nice. That's why I recommend doing it. So I know there's still a little thing in our society about guys who sit and pee. They're not real men.
As you get older, does it start to become more of a dribble out, or how's that work?
Why do you ask the same question to you?
Oh, I'm strong with the stream.
There's a hashtag.
Yeah, strong with the stream.
If I bear down, I can pee really fast.
I don't want to speak for Kevin, but I'm good right now.
Okay,
You're
you're not
good.
dribbling yet.
no, I'm
Because
not.
I've heard older dudes talk about how it becomes a dribble.
We're not that. I get we're older,
Yeah.
but we're not that old. I'm
I'm
still
just
got
checking.
we still got some life left.
She thinks I'm in a diaper or something
yeah,
over
I
here.
know.
I don't know how old you are downstairs.
We got that bowel control.
The same as I am upstairs. They haven't aged differently.
Yeah.
I think some dudes do, though, is what I'm saying.
They do, like in their 60s and 70s. We're not there yet, dog.
All right, time for a quick round of Think Fast. Let's see if your minds are up to speed here today. I'm going to throw something at you. The first person with a sensible answer
Okay.
that fits.
This is big, 2021.
Yeah, set the stage.
Whole new set of numbers here. Whole new set of numbers. All right, Suits is going to help me judge this here as to who gets the point on each one. All right.
Winner gets a gift card.
Yes. One of Virginia's gift cards.
It's good to be back.
Okay, here we go. First one in Think Fast. It's a word you can use in place of a swear word that starts with the letter S.
Fudge.
Shoot.
Oh.
Shoot.
Shoot.
Denny's.
He's right.
Bam.
Shoot. Just scream out fudge.
I thought you said F.
No.
Is it S?
He said
S.
S.
I did.
You fudged that up, Virginia.
I did.
Okay, Denny's with the first point of 2021.
Whoa!
Hippies quick.
Okay, next up, Think Fast. A musical instrument beginning with the letter R.
Recorder.
Raccoon!
Oh, Dennis!
You say raccoona?
Raccoon.
Which end do you blow in?
I think you know.
Okay.
The
Is that
coon
man trying to
ass.
play a raccoon?
Raccoon out.
Coon ass.
That's very weird. Okay, here we go. Think Fast. Denny's up 2-zip.
Whoa!
And we're not even in it, Bird.
I know.
Okay, it's a key on your computer that's not a letter, but it starts with the letter C.
Zero!
Control.
Colon.
Control?
Did you say that first? What do you think? Was that
see-
Denny's?
Did you say zero?
What did you say? You said 0?
I didn't mean it.
Which coincidentally is your score.
Oh,
I didn't mean it.
yeah, you can hit that key now. Okay, Denny's is going to have a clean sweep. He gets one more. He's up 3-zip.
Damn,
Wow,
Denny's.
dominating.
This is going to be his year. This is going to be the year of Denny's. 2021 is the year of
The
Denny's.
year of
The
Denny's.
year
it
of
is.
Big D.
Get ready for it. It's the year of Denny's. Okay, here we go. Think fast. An expert you'd call to your house to do something you can't, starting with the letter P.
Plumber.
Well, that was slow.
Are you sure you're not dribbling?
Am I sure I'm not drinking?
Okay, all right. Virginia keeps the game alive.
Come on, Bird.
Okay, it might stain your shirt, and it starts with the letter C.
Coffee.
Cocktail sauce.
Okay, Denny's with the coffee. The year of Denny's has begun.
Dang.
That is impressive.
He takes the first win of the year in Think Fast. Okay, anybody here make any resolutions for 2021? Anything that you are going to do to try to improve upon? Virginia, I know you're talking about maybe you're going to be cutting back on drinking alone in your driveway.
I mean, I say it now, but you know, next weekend I very well could be around that fire pit. It's supposed to be cooler. It's going to cool off today and tomorrow.
It's drinking weather, right?
Fire pit plus fireball is amazing. Just saying.
They should go together, actually. When you buy a fire pit, you get a jug of Fireball.
That's a great idea. A gift with purchase.
And you're a witch. You love fireballs.
Yeah, I do.
Yeah.
It's like a cauldron I have out in the yard.
You guys typically make resolutions, and if you do, how good are you at sticking with them?
I do, and I'm terrible.
Okay.
But I do. I love the idea of a reset button from mistakes of years past. And I'm gonna make changes, and that's all great. But we're already on Jan 4 and blowing it.
I just want to get the vaccine so I can resolve to spend less time with my family.
I think my goal is to eat more pizza, drink more soda.
It's easy resolutions, right? Do something you know you can stick with.
I'm such a flawed man. I don't know, dog. I don't know.
When it comes to resolutions, 26% of people say they kept all of the resolutions.
Wow, those people are lying.
And annoying.
48% said they kept at least some of them.
Okay, those people are being real.
Now, for me, I have a different way of going about this. I never used to make resolutions, and I wouldn't say I necessarily make a resolution, but I have kind of started something the last couple of years. It is basically just a singular solo focus that I do. 2 years ago, it was Spanish, where I'm like, I'm going to just try to give myself 15 minutes every day to try to learn Spanish. And I didn't have this thing where it's like going, I'm going to be fluent in a year or 2 years or whatever.
You should come in here like Hilaria Baldwin and start speaking in a fake Spanish accent.
How you say cucumber?
How you say cucumber?
I mean, it could be Spanish. It could be Italian. Whatever you want.
Yeah, whatever you want. But that was how I made the resolution. It wasn't about, I'm going to do this or anything that was too big, and then you get all frustrated because you're not fluent in a year. And then last year, I was like, okay, I wanted to lean out. And so I kind of had a little bit of a plan, and then, I lost like 25 pounds and got leaner like I wanted to.
You did. You're lean and mean over there.
Yeah, but I found out there were a couple secrets to doing it and making it work.
Stop eating handfuls of chocolate.
Things like
That's
that.
what I struggle with.
Who eats handfuls of chocolate? I eat boxes of chocolate. the people always go handful of chocolate ain't gonna kill you. Boxes do.
That's right. Make it count.
Get out of here with these handfuls
I'm
of
sorry.
chocolate.
I'm an underachiever.
That's insulting.
I saw this and kind of put this whole little list together from things that I saw and things that I've tried that have worked. 10 steps to crushing your 2021 resolution. First step, set a goal that motivates you, not something that somebody wants you to do.
Oh, it's got to come from within.
Yeah.
You have to have a dying passion to do this. I really wanted to learn how to speak Spanish, and I really wanted to cut down on stomach fat. Those are two things that I really wanted. I think a lot of times people set resolutions because somebody tells them something, and they're like, okay, maybe I should. I'm going to resolve to be. You're not, in your heart of hearts, you don't care about it.
Your stomach looks weird. Okay, I guess I'll change. No, I won't. Give me some pizza.
Right. You got to have passion about it. Step 2, rather than telling yourself you'll stop or avoid doing something, tell yourself that you're going to start doing something instead.
Interesting. Don't make it a negative, make it a positive.
Yeah, and make it bite-sized, something that's attainable and something easy to do. Like for me, 15 minutes of Spanish a day, that was it.
Bite-sized chocolate.
Bite-sized chocolate, yeah. Well,
Bite-sized.
Honestly, that would be better than drinking
Full size.
Well, for me, I had that, I love the craft beer. I was drinking it all the time, almost every day, and I knew that was a big culprit. So now I have craft beer like I have birthday cake.
One of the things I have to cut out, it is on my resolution list. I got to stop eating the trail mix with all of the candy, like the snickerdoodles.
Yeah.
Well, if your ass would get out on the trail, you'd be fine.
Well, I mean, just
But you eat the trail mix.
He's just got the
with
mix.
your feet up on the
No
sofa.
trail.
And let me tell you, there's no nuts in this. The mix that I'm involved in,
Heavy on the
they
M&Ms.
are no nut. I mean, barely. That's like 5 M&Ms to 1 nut.
Step 3 to crushing your 2020 resolutions, focus on one thing and reduce to one word if possible.
Oh.
So like I said, 2 years ago it was Spanish. Last year it was lean. And I saw a guy that had a list, and it's pretty interesting. For the last 10 years, he just focuses on one word, one thing. And that simplicity and focus for the entire year makes it more attainable.
Sanity.
Yes.
No, he said attainable.
Damn, that's cold, but realistic.
4, you do make it challenging but attainable. 5, post your resolution in a place where you'll frequently see it. So write it down, verbalize it.
Like a dream.
Visualize
like a
it.
dream board kind of a thing.
Basically, yeah. Step 6, Try not to make big or quick changes. Your change should be gradual. I notice that with people who say, I'm going to work out, and you'll see it when I used to go to the gym every year. People go to the gym regularly all year round. You know, the first 2 weeks are just crazy packed. And I would see people in there I'd never seen before just going all out.
And you'll never see them again.
For an hour and a half, and they kill themselves. And they're like, this is terrible. And you can't, that's not attainable. So yeah, just, kind of go at it a little bit slower. Step 7, have a plan to follow with specific steps on what you're going to do daily to accomplish it and schedule it. Like in my calendar, it says Spanish. Like my wife's always making fun of me. She's like, oh, it's time for you to do Spanish. I'm like, yep.
See.
Step 8, allow a little room for error. You will miss days. You will trip and fall. You will eat 10 bags of Chex Mix or Trail Mix or whatever you're eating, or boxes of chocolates.
You will go on some kind of weird bender.
You can make Trail Mix with Chex Mix. It's lovely.
I love how I don't know. I know about that, dog.
Okay, I'm just checking.
Then get right back on it. Step 9, share your resolutions with others to hold you accountable. So
Say
don't
it
keep
on
it a
the
secret.
radio.
You're right.
I want to eat more pizza.
And 10, review your resolution regularly, like weekly or monthly. Just say, oh, that's right, I'm supposed to be doing that. So 10 steps to crushing your 2021 resolutions. Have you seen the dry January, Virginia?
I have seen that. Yep.
I saw mixed reviews on that. I don't like that. It's people who party too hard. Maybe like you feel like you did over the holidays. And so like, well, I'm not going to have a drink for all of January.
I did party too hard, but I also realized that there's parties coming up. There's some of the best playoff games going to be happening next weekend.
You got Super Bowl coming up. You
Super
got playoff
Bowl,
games. You got the
yeah.
National Championship, which is in Miami, by the way.
Which your Buckeyes are going to be in.
Yes.
So are you already surrendering to giving up not drinking?
Yes. In one word.
In one segment, her resolution is dead.
You sent me and Kevin this heartfelt email about, I got to stop drinking. It's been too much.
Well, I meant this week. Like, you won't see me drinking today or tomorrow or Wednesday, even Thursday. But
wow, okay.
Come Friday.
But hey, look, a 4-day run is good.
I agree. Because over vacation, I didn't have 4 days consecutively sober. That didn't happen.
Okay. And so now you're kind of getting back on it.
Somebody has to.
Okay. Do we have Jaybird's resolution song anywhere? Do you know? Is that
Oh, I
believe we
love
do.
that song.
Yeah, this is kind of a way to inspire you here. If you're trying to get your resolutions right, listen to this.
Oh, yeah, I was talking to your sisters, and we got some ideas for you.
For what?
For your life.
So you guys are making my resolutions for me?
We're making suggestions, Jaybird. One thing you gotta do is quit drinking, Jason. You come off like a bum and sound like a wino.
I'm not gonna party this year. That's a lie. Because I'm currently drinking a beer. And I'm high. I already blew it. I was gonna quit drinking, but I said screw it. I already blew my resolutions.
Yeah, you gotta start eating healthier, Jason. You're not a young man anymore.
I was going to exercise, but those pies and those french fries caught my eyes. So I ate them instead. I didn't make it to the gym cause I fell asleep in my bed. I already blew it. I was gonna exercise, but instead I said screw it. I already blew my resolution.
You're not a young man anymore, Jay.
Oh, geez, there you go.
Ain't that the truth?
Preach, girl.
Top 2 resolutions people make: exercise more and lose weight. That's the top 2. But Jaybird, you said you got something going on here that is making it hard for you to ever lose weight. You kind of wake up, think about food, and then you start eating.
I do something called sleep eating.
I've done this too. When I am on a diet sometimes and I deprive myself during the day, I'll sleep eat at night because I get so hungry. I just want some damn American cheese.
I wake up extremely sleepy and very tired, almost like I'm like in a drugged out state. And then I get up, walk to the refrigerator, eat all this food. Then I'm on the couch going under and I'm still eating. And then I wake up and there's boxes of food around me, and I almost don't even remember doing it.
Damn.
But then that sweet sauce on my chin, I remember.
The stain on my PJs.
I've seen those videos that they do. They'll set up a camera in somebody's kitchen and they are plowing through their refrigerator. People have it, I think, to even more extreme degrees than Jaybird does, where they sleepwalk, they go to the fridge, and some of the people had been talking because they were packing on pounds, like massive amounts of weight. And they're like, I know what I eat in a day. I don't eat that much food.
And they have no memory of what they did when they were sleeping.
Yeah.
That was a big complaint about the prescription drug Ambien. People would take Ambien. They would go to the refrigerator, eat a whole chocolate cake, go to bed, walk out to the kitchen, go, why is there a chocolate cake tray on my kitchen floor?
Ambien is crack. It's awful.
It is weird.
I hate it. I'll never take it again.
Do you think you have a personal record for the most you've ever put down while sleep eating, Jaybird?
I don't think I have a record, but I think I have a problem.
Okay. All
I
right.
have an issue.
Okay. Anybody else doing it? You can let us know. 877-979-WRMF. Also got an email. Apparently those DNA tests are still a popular holiday gift, but it's got one person panic. We'll find out why coming up.
More KVJ Show right now on 97.9 WRMF.
2020 was definitely a very unpredictable year. I mean, imagine back to 365 days when we kicked off our first KVJ show of 2020 that we would have thought the year would have gone the way it did.
Oh, Lord, yes.
Oh, I know, right?
Thinking back. 'Cause
Dang.
I traveled to New Orleans over this break that we took just now last year. And I remember cashing in early and going back to the hotel room and laying. But if I would have known what was coming, I would have stayed out.
Yeah. All right. Would have made it count, huh?
I would have made it count. I would have partied like there was going to be no more partying.
Yeah. I wonder how we would have lived our 2020 differently if we would have known. But I mean, I don't know what else you could have done. I mean, when it hit around St. Patrick's Day, that was just it, right?
Yeah, it's shocked everybody.
Yeah. So what do you think is going to be happening for 2021? Can you make any predictions on what is going to happen this year? Can you predict that we're going to be going back to normal? Can you predict that we're going to be going back to movie theaters and concerts, sporting events, things like that?
I hope so, right? I mean, don't we all want that?
We do want it. Just is it going to happen? Or is there going to be some other kind of crazy curveball that we're not going to see coming that, whoa, that completely changed that year? Who knows?
Yeah, like what if this virus mutates so bad the new vaccine don't work?
There she is.
Yeah.
There's that negative comment for 2021 we were looking for. Finally.
We all got the vaccine, but surprise, it don't work.
Kevin, that only took 2 hours and 34 minutes.
Here she is. Didn't make a resolution about doing that.
Positive
No.
K, meet my friend, negative V.
Sorry.
I did post something up on the KVJ Show Facebook page asking for people to make their safest KVJ predictions. Because I think no matter what year it is, some things are just always going to continue to happen to each person on the KVJ Show. Here are some of the ones that people posted up. Mark my words, Kevin's going to go another year without sex.
Did you make it happen over the holiday break?
Virginia. 2020 ended the way it began.
Don't ask questions you don't want the answers to.
Damn.
Yeah, here she is.
You was
This really turned depressing.
Oh, no, it's going to get worse, man.
Oh, jeez. Mark my words, Virginia will get drunk alone in her driveway.
Yep.
Okay, that's probably a safe prediction for 2021.
Sounds fun.
Mark my words, Jaybird will lose his debit card, his keys, his...
Everyone's a critic.
Oh, this was kind of interesting. Mark my words, in 2021, Denny's will open a shrimp farming business on the side.
Wow.
That'd be an interesting prediction, huh, to see this year?
I would say shrimp business, i.e. weed. That's a front.
He can't do shrimp that people eat, though, because he is a shrimp daddy. These shrimp are pets, not food.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
It's a weed front.
It does sound like something like Yeah.
Shrimp
I
daddy.
have a warehouse full of shrimp. Okay, dude.
Okay, dude. Somebody said, mark my words, in 2021, Suits is going to get a serious girlfriend.
Okay. He was getting some play on my social media. I posted some pictures of him in that BMW he's driving.
Oh, it's a sweet ride, Virginia.
That thing's a convertible. I
Yeah.
mean, it is a chick magnet / panty dropper.
Takes corners like it's on rails. You know what that means?
It's like a roller coaster.
I don't know. I just made it up. I heard it in Pretty Woman. It sounded good. Mark my words, in 2021, Kevin will still scare multiple children with his eyes. Okay, thank you.
I think your eyes are tops.
I think you scare adults too.
Okay. Thanks for that prediction. Mark my words, in 2021, Virginia will blast her husband on the show for something that he did to annoy her.
Oh, yeah. And he will not see it coming, and it'll cause a complete just ripple effect of devastation.
Mark my words, Jaybird will throw his back out. Yeah, that's
Oh
pretty
my
safe.
God, his back is already thrown out.
Yeah, pretty safe to
He's
say.
hobbling now.
That's another interesting prediction. Mark my words, in 2021, Denny's and Jem will have a baby.
Whoa.
Okay.
Oh, Christina said that.
From shrimp daddy to baby daddy.
Dang.
Dang.
I like it.
A lot of the other predictions here, there's several for Jaybird. Mark my words, Jaybird will change his phone number twice. Natalia said that.
Probably.
Twice.
Yes.
Mark my words, Jaybird will drive home to the townhouse instead of his place at least once.
He's already done it. It's a prediction fulfilled.
He will also forget to change his address in his food delivery apps and have it sent to the townhouse.
It's
Shouldn't have said that.
Yeah, well, totally. That's a great call. It's going to happen. Somebody at my old place is going to get some great pizza.
Also, we have got Rianne, who said, mark my words, the stalker will find Jaybird's new house, probably when he gives his address out on the radio.
Yeah, I think people already know my address.
Really?
Yeah, they do.
How?
Well, I put up a picture of just me and my front door without the address. It was the day of my closing. And if you Google houses sold in... So I got about 50 messages of people going, we know your address because it comes right. They match the door with the picture. And now a lot of people know where I live at.
Damn.
Yeah.
Well, that didn't take very long.
Yeah, whatever. I'm Jason Pennington, the easiest man to murder.
Okay, well, pretty sure all those things are going to happen in 2021. That we know. Talking about the easiest predictions for KVJ for 2021. Somebody just texted in and said, mark my words, Jaybird's new place will be haunted.
Oh, boy.
I think it's what he wants, though. I think he likes having spirits around him.
He likes the company.
It is definitely some company. So, yeah, there were some interesting things that happened to us over the break. If you missed some of the updates on what we did, you can listen back at the beginning of the show. Check out the KVJ Show podcast, posted up every single day. You can also go watch on YouTube, too. It's on demand. It was pretty chill for most of us. Jaybird, I think, had the most monumental thing happen during the break. He moved into a new house.
Super cute house.
Yeah, absolutely, which everybody already has the address to. So
we'll see y'all there later. House party.
Mm-hmm. Jaybird also sent me an email yesterday as well, just kind of let me know what went on during his break, other things. I saw you guys last Tuesday, but, you know, for the most part, we all kind of did our own little family things. And when I got the email, my heart just, it broke. It was some sad stuff, and there was an update that we wanted to give everybody here today. Jaybird, I'll let you go on ahead and talk about what your announcement is here.
So this is really hard for me. Chewy passed away 2 days ago.
Oh, no.
On the first day in the house.
At the first day in the house?
Yeah. He was the last thing I moved in. And about 3 hours in, he just started getting real sick, and I brought him to the emergency vet. And he passed away January 2nd. And I'm trying not to. I don't want to. I hate being this emotional.
No,
I really do.
That's your baby.
Yeah,
you're allowed to be sad.
I hate crying on the radio. I've done it the most on this show. God, what a sensitive little bitch.
No, you. Well, I mean,
that's your baby dog.
You know, you've had real loss. It's only human to feel the way that you do. Anybody who loves dogs and loves animals, they get it. They are they are family. They are like your children, and you were amazing with that dog. What you did with Chewy, and he was your true companion, and that's what a great dog is.
He really was. And
yeah.
The thing about Chewy was he really changed my life for the positive. At times he was like my brother, and then at times I felt like he was my son. But most of all, I felt like he was my friend, and he really changed my life for the best. And I'm sorry to be such a
No, don't apologize.
So many people, their dogs are getting them through this pandemic.
I was dreading this show because I really was excited about the new year and coming in positive, and I hate being a negative, and I'm trying not to be.
It's not negative.
No,
it's
I know.
Real.
I just loved him so much, and that's all it is. He was a great dog. I'll be okay. It happened a couple days ago, and it's the first memory of my new house, and it just was weird.
That's tough.
You would come over, Virginia.
I know.
And I was going to get Chewy.
That's so weird because I was there on the morning of January 1st, and he was like, "I'm going to get Chewy right now. That's the last thing I have to move in."
Mm-hmm.
I just love that dog so much.
Oh.
Yeah,
it really did.
Yeah,
he changed my life.
I know you did.
Him being kind of always needing me with the needles and all that. It was such a routine. I keep getting up to give him a shot. He was not there.
He was, especially his last couple of years, he was a special needs dog. There was a lot of time and attention, and I know you even got to the point where you really couldn't leave him alone. And I know you're weird and whatever, you kind of put on pause because it just, I think new changes and things like that. You think about what Chewy was going through. I think probably everything was kind of jarring for him. And so you put that on
it was his
hold
time. I talked to the veterinarian, and then I called my dad, and I just made sure it was the right time. I almost feel like the new house killed him.
No.
I know.
Yeah.
I understand. I think I'm just still kind of going through it right now.
He's been sick for a while.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh. The amount of money you've spent at the emergency vet probably put that guy's kids through college.
Sure.
Yeah.
So you've done a lot you probably lengthened his life many years more than it would have been. Because he was sick, he had a lot of issues.
It was just weird how it all happened because we took our last walk at our old place, and I was walking with him and go, "All right, bud, we're getting ready to go to the new place. We're going in there a couple of minutes." I was talking to him, looking like a maniac, and just the fact that it all happened within those hours was weird to me. Mm-hmm. But it's okay.
Well, I think the thing for Chewy is that he had constant companionship through what is an inevitable part of anybody's life. That as he was moving on, that he had somebody like you there to make that whole transition a lot easier.
Well, I know a lot of people say it's just a dog, but for me personally, Chewy was more than a dog.
Mm-hmm. No, absolutely.
Nobody would say that he was just a dog. You loved him. That was your baby.
Yeah, absolutely. And unfortunately, loss and mourning is just a part of life. So don't feel silly for the tears.
No.
There's so many people that can relate to what you've had to go through.
I'll definitely spiral into a deep depression after this.
Oh, boy.
Oh, yeah. Last time I cried on the air, I was so depressed after.
Aw. You should not feel bad about crying about your beautiful pet that you loved.
No. Yeah, doing it is natural, and that's just the way that it goes, and so many people have done that.
I didn't want to cry.
Well, I got to tell you honestly, because my whole family, I've grown up my entire life. My parents, how much they love dogs. My dad loves them more than me, and
that's true.
And if anybody needs to be crying. And it really is one of the toughest things in life that you can fall in love so much with a dog, with an animal, and then you only get to keep them for 8, 9, 10, 12, 14 years. Typically, that's a really old dog. How
old was Chewy?
He was 13.
That's a pretty good life. And you gave him so much love. He was a rescue dog.
Yeah. Well,
you changed his life.
And I appreciate it. You guys don't have to Facebook fish me. Make me feel better.
Yeah.
I appreciate the kind words.
I love your sunglasses.
Yeah, everyone's like, why is Bird wearing glasses today? Is he trying to be cool? Yeah, I really think I'm cool.
Yeah.
He's puffy.
Oh, it's not good. I do not look good.
Well, you got to mourn, take some time, and You know, you've been through this kind of stuff before, kid. You're a trooper, man.
I know.
Really are.
I know death.
Yeah, you do. You really do, man.
You dance too much with it.
Gosh.
Damn, 2021 making me miss 2020.
Can we bring 2020
I
back?
kind of want 2020 back.
It's such
Less
a better
death.
year. It's such a better year. So that is the big update that we have, and unfortunately, it's starting the new year with some loss. But you know, we'll turn around and we'll make this a much better year. So 2021's got a lot to make up for. So we'll get to that. Do have some whacked out news on the way in just a few. New year, same old idiots. Got some interesting stuff going to be coming up here in just a bit, including a bunch of drunks, not just Virginia, over the holidays. Did you hear about the guy that on Christmas Eve got really hammered and legally changed his name?
Yes.
He didn't find out until his new name arrived in the mail. Odd for a 30-year-old man to have this name. I'll tell you what it is in your whacked out news next.
Ow! There's a lot of dumbass criminals to talk about, baby. It's the whacked out news. People breaking the law. Ha ha, fighting in the nude. Ha, drunk people pooping in the street. Ha ha, it's the whacked out news. So many people on meth. Ow!
Ever gotten hammered and gotten online and done something really dumb this weekend? Okay. No, you're not alone.
We'll do it again.
There's a 30-year-old guy in England that got so drunk on Christmas Eve that he legally changed his name to Celine Dion.
Oh my gosh. And he had no idea when he woke up?
No, he did not know when he woke up. He did not know until he received his new name in the mail. He apparently was watching Celine Dion on a TV concert, and he went and filled out the online application, paid a $120 fee, and then went to sleep and forgot all about it. And then in the mail it says, "Congratulations, Celine Dion. Here you go."
It's kind of awesome.
Yeah.
There are worse crimes to do when you're drunk.
Now, do you have to change it back? Because that could be all kinds of just drama and paperwork in your personal life.
He said he's keeping it.
Good for him.
Good for him.
He is now Celine Dion. Florida State University police found a 54-year-old guy in a parking garage with a fire extinguisher, and he was all covered in powder. The guy had been drinking. He fell asleep, and he fell in water when he woke up. And he thought that for some reason, letting a fire extinguisher off on him, that the powder would dry him off.
Huh.
So here we basically have a wet, drunk, powdery guy in a parking garage at Florida State. Turns out interfering with firefighter equipment is a third-degree felony.
Ooh. Third degree? You're going to the clink, baby.
That's no good.
That's not a great way to wake up. There's a guy in North Dakota that was so mad that a former coworker wouldn't accept his Facebook friend request that he went to the guy's house last week and kicked in the front door.
That seems reasonable.
I think we're getting to the point now where online feuds are going to get to the point where they're going to the front door, they're fighting and knocking down doors.
Yeah, they are. They're
Dry
going crazy.
gulching people.
Dry gulching, yes. He was arrested for burglary and terrorizing. There's a guy that was driving in California on Saturday and got into an argument with his significant other in the passenger seat. Well, she apparently decided she was not going to take that, so she grabbed the steering wheel and steered him right into a tree.
Oh, my goodness.
Thankfully, they were drunk and limp and weren't hurt, but they both got a DUI. Him for driving, her for grabbing the wheel. How about that, huh?
Why do you grab the wheel? Like, you're in the car, too.
I'll show you.
You dummy.
Drunk and psycho. Terrible combination. There was a guy in Nebraska that threatened Walmart employees with a machete on Christmas Eve.
Sounds right.
He was upset that he didn't get a receipt when he bought the machete, so he used what he bought, came back in, and threatened them to get the receipt for what he just bought.
The least shocking story you've ever given us in the Whacked Out News.
Sounds about right, doesn't it?
If anybody comes unglued with a weapon in Walmart, I am not surprised.
Yeah.
To me, I'd continue to shop. I'm like, all right, business is normal.
Which is still stunning that people going to Walmart, why they still sell violent things in Walmart.
I know.
It just doesn't seem like a great idea. The cops eventually got him to surrender, and now he's facing several charges. A drug dealer in Australia tried to get some meth to a customer who was quarantining in a hotel by posing as a food delivery guy and hiding the meth and then 4 syringes inside a hamburger and milkshake.
Wow, that's crafty.
You would be shocked what you could hide in a hamburger.
Oh, yeah?
You can hide a lot in a hamburger.
Oh, yeah. A hamburger, you could hollow that thing out and put whatever you need.
You really could.
Apparently, they're hip to the game. He was caught and arrested.
Dang.
The town of LaGrange, Indiana, has just gotten rid of their anti-hippie ordinance that they passed 50 years ago in 1971.
Me and Denny's are, we're very involved in the story because we're both hippies now.
I was going to say, I looked at the hair. You guys couldn't go to LaGrange, Indiana until just recently. The law banned gatherings of more than 500 people that lasted over 12 hours and was a direct effort to try to avoid having hippies descend on the town for another Woodstock.
Huh.
So it was an anti-hippie ordinance.
Do we need another Woodstock? Is it time?
I don't know.
I don't know if it is.
Not now.
I think we're good.
Right.
Especially not during a pandemic.
Can y'all wait? Maybe hit that up in the fall?
The town officials decided to get rid of it after they did a sweep of antiquated laws this last month. So the anti-hippie ordinance is off the books, so hippies can go back to LaGrange. A company has developed a burp-catching device for cows. They're hoping that this odd invention will help curb greenhouse gas emissions because apparently cow farts and burps are taking out the ozone layer.
So we know this for a fact. Gas or farts from cows.
Methane, yes.
It's without a doubt destroying our planet.
Apparently, it's responsible for a lot of the methane we have in the air.
I mean, if you gotta curb cow farts and cow burps, it would seem easier to put on those carbon filter panties on a cow than a mask.
And what
cow's not gonna put up with a mask.
And what is it about a cow's BH that destroys the environment?
The methane.
So they have a different kind of fart.
No, they just have a bigger,
powerful.
They have a power more than a bull, more than a ram.
Well, I think a bull would probably fit in the same category. It's just a male cow, basically.
I wonder if you could take a cow fart to the face.
You bet your ass I could.
If only the South Florida Fair hadn't been canceled.
Talk about a mystery sound.
I mean, that would be
it's
fun.
technically not canceled. They might have it. They're just doing a mini fair, Virginia.
But I feel like you have to wait for a while because you're all on the cow's time.
Cow farts during COVID doesn't feel right.
But then you have to wait for the cow to actually fart.
I think they might have cows.
Well,
I bet we could do this.
Let's do this thing. But we're all in the same gang. We all have to do it together.
We all have to take a
Sudden
cow
death.
fart?
Loser takes a cow fart to the face.
How many cow farts can you take before you tap out?
I feel like I could take 5.
You win.
This company feels that they can reduce methane emissions in the form of burps by a total of 60%, they say.
Yeah, good luck getting the cow to wear the mask. I hear ya.
But I'm actually very interested now to know what animal possesses the largest and most potent fart out there.
I would guess it's the cow because that's the one we hear the most about.
Yeah, I guess you're right.
Mm-hmm. Be my guess.
More than a lion? King of the jungle?
Yeah, they're bigger, way more.
Yeah, I guess you're right. All right.
Yeah, maybe there's more cows than there are lions.
I'll stop asking about cow farts.
Did you see a story about this UFO in Hawaii? They believe it fell into the ocean. They saw a blue streak across the island of Oahu.
The bird has long talked about the fact that alien ships may actually dock in the ocean.
I'm glad you were listening because I truly believe this.
They called the cops and the information was given to the FAA, but they said that they never received any reports of overdue or missing aircraft in the area. So it is definitely an unidentified flying object that many witnesses saw plunge into the ocean in Hawaii.
There's many stories of people from the Army, Navy saying they've seen ships, UFOs flying out of the ocean, doing all kind of crazy light thingies.
Yeah.
And no one can give them a justified answer of what that was.
Yeah, they got photos of this too. And even with the photos of the blue streak, people do not know what it is. So there you go. Fascinating stuff. Did you get anything great for Christmas, Virginia?
Oh my gosh, I did. I had a great Christmas.
Yeah.
Panda got me 5 dresses and a pair of shoes And 4 of the 5 dresses fit like a glove.
Yeah, that's
and
right.
And the shoes fit perfect.
Okay. Look at him. He's good at that, huh?
Mag's got me these earrings I'm wearing.
Cute. Okay.
She also got me this bottle of Kylie Skin. Kylie Jenner has this lotion that smells like coconut.
Ooh.
Oh, it's so delicious. I highly recommend the Kylie Skin coconut lotion.
Gotta crack that out, see if Jaybird approves, because he usually doesn't like your old lady smelling lotion.
Oh, this stuff smells good.
Do you have it on you?
I have it on my leg.
Okay, smell her leg.
Smell my leg.
Yeah.
Let's get into this.
Okay.
Panda, I'm sorry if you're watching. I do not like that. That smells like Crisco.
What?
That smells. I want to bake. That is not. Dog, no offense. I love you, but that makes me
Crisco?
That makes me want to cook an apple crisper.
You don't know. That smells like coconut.
Not good,
it
huh?
does not.
Not good.
It smells more like just drop the cocoa.
I got some good stuff, but I got something odd as well.
What'd you get?
It was a Kardashian theme, Virginia.
Really?
Yes. You know, I've been trying to get all lean. I'm trying to get the abs popping.
You are getting lean. I mean, I haven't seen your tummy in a few months, but
Well,
I would like to see it.
You-
Show it off.
Let us see.
Not yet. You got to hold off. Maybe I will, but I don't think I'm ready to unveil it yet, because one of the interesting gifts I got for Christmas was my wife got me one of those Kardashian tummy trainers.
Oh.
Have you ever seen that?
Wait. Is it like a waist trainer?
It's what is this?
Is it a
thing?
corset?
It's it's like they look almost like these underpants or something like that you put on, but they're really, I guess, tight around your stomach. I don't know what it is, but she's like, oh, it's a Kardashian thing. It's what they did to get their tummies so tight.
Do you have them here?
Not here.
Okay.
Is it Skims?
I don't.
Because that's Kim Kardashian's line of, like, it's her version of Spanx, basically.
How annoying. Oh, God.
Skims.
I'm so annoyed by this. I want you to bring them in tomorrow, and I want to try them on. I do. We all, me, you, Denny's, and Sue should all try them on and see who looks the best in them.
Did you put them on?
I haven't put them on yet. I think maybe I'll do it today. And maybe I'll snap a photo.
You need to put them on. Because you might love it. When I wear Spanx, except for the Florida heat, I love Spanx because they make you feel everything goes sucked in and tight and tone. And even if you've got a little muffin top, nobody knows.
So is that what you wear them for? Or is it actually supposed to tone your stomach?
Those waist trainers are different. Those are apparently like supposed to reshape your waist. I don't know if I believe that.
I don't know if I believe it either. It just doesn't seem to have anything based in science.
Take me to the drive-thru. I can eat right through one of those waist trainers.
Okay, Denny's, me, and Suits, and Kevin all wear the same thing. Who looks the best in them? Kevin.
Definitely Kevin.
There's no way.
yeah.
Kevin,
Well,
without a doubt, looks the best in them.
You have slimmed down a lot.
Yeah.
You have cut a lot of body fat. In fact, I can't wait to see what your stomach looks like.
Yeah, I got a little bit more to go.
You got them abs?
Getting there. I'm getting closer.
Is it pudgy still, or is it?
I still got it. Yeah, well, it's like I need to tone it up. That's kind of where I am. So that's kind of the. I'm in the last
I don't know
phase.
if this is how you're going to do it, but
I'm in the last phase. No, I don't think so either. And I'm doing actual, stuff that you should be doing.
Do you have any BF?
Try to get to them.
I think you have to do like sit-ups and stuff.
Oh yeah, I'm doing all that kind of stuff. Yeah, that's what I think would really work. But I got this goofy thing.
Is there skin that's kind of like loose where the fat used to be? Because you can't do nothing about that.
I know that's kind of where my worry is. Yeah, there is a little bit.
Yeah.
because I was putting
That
a little bit
happens.
of a gut there before I
Think
stopped.
about like a pregnant woman. A lot of times when you have that big belly and it goes out
geez.
so far and then it goes back in, the skin sometimes does not go back. You're not as young as you used to be.
Not even a Kardashian tummy trainer will take care of that.
I don't see you having any BF. Do you have back fat?
Oh, back fat. Yeah, I think there's a little bit.
So when you,
but I mean, like on my back or the love handles.
okay, if you
Like
are
love handles, I have. Yeah, I mean, you can still squeeze a little bit in the love handle area.
if you're completely naked,
I got a little bit more to go
in
there.
your bathroom. Okay, you're completely naked, and
Can
then
we come over?
You are standing with almost kind of like
With a camera.
Your butt is looking at the mirror, and then you kind of do that turn around look. Can
I don't
you
know if
see,
I've done this.
Can you see skin saddles over your ass cheeks?
No, I don't think so.
Neither can I.
Skin saddles.
What's a skin saddle?
It's a saddle.
Sounds hot.
A skin saddle?
It's a saddle of skin.
You need to get that clipped.
No, it's natural.
Yeah, so maybe I'll bring you guys a photo of me in the tummy trainer. I got to try this thing on and see how ridiculous
Yeah.
it is.
It's not that we want it; we need it.
We do need a whole photo shoot because we haven't got any
Okay.
pictures of you since the dramatic weight loss. You lost 20-something pounds, looks
Yeah,
I
like.
think you lost
25,
more
30.
than that.
Yeah, probably 25, 30, somewhere around there.
Need a cameraman?
Maybe.
Well, because I'm going to have you explore.
I will, actually.
Your body will be explored if I'm your cameraman. We're
Okay.
gonna do all kinds of things.
Different lighting and
Yes.
positions.
It'll be like one of those dirty point of view videos where the cameraman is part of the action.
Oh, we're gonna get Ralston talking on this video.
But there's zero chance this works, right? There's no way.
I don't know. You gave me some kind of weird Manx before or Spanx, and I felt like at least sucked in some
Yeah,
stuff.
while you're
that
wearing
makes sense,
it. Yes, while you're wearing it, it does work. But I think as soon as you take it off,
Yeah.
Yes, it's not gonna work.
it's not going to work.
And if you, I asked my, I'm like, so how often do I have to wear it? She's like, oh, you got to wear it all the time. I'm like, what?
Is that living?
Tummy
No.
trainer implies you're training your tummy to do something
Yes.
great when you're
Tightening
not wearing
up
it.
And yes.
I don't know if I believe
It
that.
doesn't work. It's kind of like that old thing. You ever see those old videos where they have this machine and where someone's getting this band slapped on their fat?
Yeah, my grandma had one of those.
I don't think that works, man.
No.
it doesn't work.
What
No,
was
you're
that?
just supposed to shake loose fat or something.
Well,
I
what
guess.
are they
I don't
doing?
know.
I don't get what they were even doing on that. Were they like knocking the fat out of your body?
I guess they thought it would break up the fat.
Chasing a lie.
Chasing
Yeah.
a lie.
I guess what it is. You can hit us up if you got a whacked out crazy Christmas gift too. 877-979-WRMF. Love to hear if anybody got anything crazier than a tummy trainer. This is an email we got about one of those DNA tests, and I guess people are still giving these out. I just said, hey, I wanted you guys to talk about this. You could. I'm a little panicked because my husband gave our 17-year-old a DNA kit for Christmas. Back when I was 16, I had a baby and I gave it up for adoption, and neither my husband or my daughter know, and I am afraid that they will now find out, and they will hate me for it. Can somebody even let me know if this is possible?
Yes, totally possible.
It's possible that they could find that she had given up a kid for adoption based on a DNA test?
If that baby had a DNA test, they will match as guaranteed siblings and they will get in touch with each other.
Oh, so there's a database.
Yes.
Oh.
I get matches all the time from like fourth cousins and people.
do?
Yeah, all the time. I don't want to talk to them.
Really? A fourth cousin that's maybe kind and peaceful?
I'm good. If once you do that DNA thing and you put it in there that you can be reached, they'll all start trying to reach you. Now, if a full-on
okay.
sibling reached out to me and said, "Hey, I'm your secret
Right.
sibling," you could bet your ass I'm calling them back.
That's
but
how-
some distant fourth cousin, no.
Well, that's how they're finding all these rapists and murderers from back in the day, 70s, 80s, 90s.
Yeah, they don't
all
find
that
the
DNA.
rapist himself. They find
The fourth
his
cousin.
daughter
Yeah.
or a fourth cousin,
And they trace it
and
back.
they trace it back to him.
So she needs to be a little panicked then.
She needs to go be honest with her family, which she should have been years ago.
To me, you just can't hide a lie anymore.
Why would you want to? Even if you're not going to get busted by DNA,
Yeah.
you're going to feel better if you just come clean and tell them what you did. Look, you made a choice for that baby to give it a great life. You were 17. You weren't ready to be a mom. I don't think there's any shame there, but there's shame in keeping the secret.
Do you think most times the truth shall set you free?
Most times.
Most times. Not all times, but most times.
Most times, unless you're confessing to something that will not set you free.
Exactly, and set you into jail.
Yeah, like mass murder.
Then you can't say that will set you free. Do the exact opposite. So is this just a new thing now? Somebody in the family gets a DNA test, and then right after Christmas, it's confession time? Is that like a new tradition in America?
You just want to be the one to tell them. You don't want some stranger in an email telling them.
Talking about any kind of weird or crazy Christmas gifts that you wound up getting. Somebody said, my lifelong BFF sent me a Juva bun. It's apparently a fake hair that you wrap around your own to make it look like you have big, messy hair bun. Now, first of all, the thing that I don't get is this coming from my BFF. I would never even use a Juva bun. First of all, and second of all, it wasn't even in my hair color.
Oh, that's weird.
Okay, that is kind of weird.
They should have at least matched it to your own color.
Yeah, you would have think that probably would have made it a better gift.
Should that be your best friend in 2021?
Yeah, you start to drift apart. Things happen, Virginia. Denny's, I saw, got himself a PS5.
He did.
Yeah.
How'd that happen?
That actually is a really good question. In fact, maybe he can answer, because I know people are still trying to look for it. My son Cannon got the whatever the new Xbox thing is, but I think it was because it was too hard to get the PS5.
Let's just say this. He knows a guy.
Wow.
Okay.
It's taking a lot of work. Getting the PlayStation 5 was incredibly difficult.
Did it fall off a truck?
No, that would have been even better.
What'd you have to do to finally get it?
Well, so it was a whole process, and it was numerous things. I was logging in different accounts, multiple. So the way they did it was, I guess, due to COVID, none of the stores actually got the system where you could buy it retail. You had to buy it online. And what they were doing, because so many people were trying to rob people that were getting PlayStation 5s, they would meet you then. You'd make an appointment, and the store employees would meet you out back, and they would pass it to you so you could drive off before, I guess, anyone could attack you or whatever.
Damn.
Yeah, it's pretty wild. So that was the process they were using. So
You need a Brinks truck to get one.
But here's the weird part. They were doing the drops for them on the internet. They would only release it for about 8 minutes, and then it would go back to sold out. But they were doing it between 2 a.m. and 5 a.m.
Okay.
And so I was up getting ready for the replays that we were doing during break and stuff. So I was just checking every hour. And, I mean, we're talking 8 days of me failing doing this. So I gave up on all the local retailers. And then Sony themselves, out of nowhere, for about 3 days straight between 3 p.m. and 5 p.m., were putting it up live without telling anyone. And you had to log in with your own account. So I used my account, my friend's account, and I had an iPad, a laptop, 2 cell phones, and I was refreshing them all whenever it dropped.
Wow.
And then one of them finally pinged, I guess. I don't know if that's,
Yeah,
I don't know if that's
is that a
pung?
It punged?
Whatever the past tense of pinged.
Pung.
You got punged?
Don't get pung in your bung.
It punged, and I clicked it, and I got it through one of my
you.
one of my friends' accounts. So he just dropped it off yesterday.
Dang.
It is amazing.
That's a lot of work.
Well, I was curious because I was asking my son, because he, I don't know if you know anything about Xbox.
Yes, absolutely.
Okay, what is the one he got?
So he got the new Xbox. I mean,
Yeah.
it's technically, I guess the computer. They both have the same specs. They both have similar insides. A lot of it just comes down to brand recognition. Some people are Xbox people. Some people are
Okay.
And it comes down to exclusives. So I went PlayStation because of their exclusives, the games that
Okay.
are only on that system.
Yeah, I don't think my wife had to get punged for this.
Yeah.
Thank goodness.
Well,
Yeah.
if you don't get to pung her, then nobody else gets to.
As
Yeah, you're
her
right.
husband, no one should be punging your wife.
Yeah.
So if you don't have any game in specific you're looking for the PlayStation only, then it doesn't matter which system you really get.
Okay.
And the Xboxes were easier, and those ones went retail. You could buy those locally by showing up to a store and being
Okay.
lucky.
Yeah,
PlayStation, weirdly not.
He said the Xbox, it was just faster, I guess, better graphics.
So they have similar specs. It's debatable which one's faster. I mean, some of them are.
It sounds like kid logic.
It all depends on
Well,
games.
It's faster.
Well, I'm saying his is fat. He had the old Xbox.
This rendition is definitely faster. For sure.
Gotcha.
Yeah,
It's
that's
got
what I
all
was
the
saying.
bells and whistles. So, but yeah,
Okay.
some games. So games are made by third-party companies. I won't bore you too much, but third-party companies, and then they sell the rights to either the license to Sony or they sell the license to Microsoft or the new one that Amazon has coming out, the Stadia.
Yeah.
So they sell the license to them. Well, some companies, like you see how these TV subscriptions work now, how networks now get their shows back and you have to subscribe to. They're doing the same thing. So they have games that are only available on the one. So games that are made for both systems could potentially run faster on a system than they do on a different system.
Okay.
Because it just depends on how the hardware. But games that are made specifically for that system will always run the best.
Okay. All right. Well,
designed
I
particularly
know it was
for
a
it.
big gift for Christmas.
Fancy.
You getting those video game stuff. So
And our-
congratulations, Denny's.
Our
Oh,
boy
yes.
knows the info.
Oh yeah. I was real hyped on that one. It
does.
took probably about 3 or 4 weeks trying to get this thing.
You've been
It's not
trying for a
difficult.
while. You were trying in the fast food line. They called you a dirty hippie.
I got
and
shamed.
The
It was
other
rough.
customers told you to go buy one, and you're like, I can't.
The guy behind me, I heard him whispering to his son, "Just get a job and buy one."
Dirty hippie.
Oh my
Cut
God.
your
I
hair.
have a job.
It was so rough. I wanted to turn around and yell at the guy.
Cut your damn hair. Take a bath.
The employees tell me the contest doesn't exist. I'm like, I see the poster for it on your door.
Every time we drive by that Burger King, Denny's does a ugh.
I do a middle finger the whole time I drive by him.
He's really against his Burger King.
Show him, Denny.
Take that.
Somebody said if Denny's had followed anybody on Twitter, all the drops were posted. I got one. I just had to get a little lucky.
Well, that's how I did it. So I was there for all drops. You also have to be lucky to get in the queues. So there's two different Twitter followers, Twitter people I was following that were, one of them was an employee who was mentioning when the store got shipments, and the other one was a PlayStation website that was dropping.
Yeah.
And that's how I actually ended up getting one. Was I looked at the patterns that the weeks had set up before, because they wouldn't announce it ahead of time. And I looked at the patterns of when Sony Direct was releasing them, and I just jumped in on those similar times, and I happened to just randomly come upon
Patterns matter.
It was all about patterns, so I checked the last 10 days of pattern drops.
Somebody else was saying that, we got a PS5 from OfferUp, paid $700, and I got a deal. They're selling them for $850 and more. It was worth every penny. My son is a happy camper.
Yeah, I got the official Sony one for $500.
Just be careful when you're going to OfferUp.
49 tags.
You go to someone's house. A lot of times, OfferUp people are a little weird.
Yeah, you get
really?
They're incredibly weird.
We got some. I picked up a piece of furniture one time from OfferUp, and it was real weird.
You got punged, but you liked it.
I don't think I liked it, Virginia.
Okay. I don't know if anybody did anything fun or crazy for New Year's Eve. I actually was up. It's a lot of times I'm so lame. I am usually even asleep before they drop that ball. And for whatever reason, I was up and I don't even know why I got the urge, but I'm like, let me just see what's going on with that little Dick Clark New Year's Rockin' Eve thing. And I turn it on the TV, and all I see is J-Lo with her face in a cage.
Is she catching?
I don't know what's going on there.
Is she majorly?
It looks like
catcher
she is a
now?
blinged out catcher. If you're watching Kvj TV, you can see the photo I've got up there. And that's what she was wearing. And then she proceeded to sing cover songs of Aerosmith.
She's so pretty. Why would you cover that face with a cage?
Because we're talking about it. We've already covered the pretty face. Now we have to cover, why would you cover the pretty face?
She took it off
It's exhausting.
later.
It's tiring.
Yeah, she wound up taking it off later. But
Of course.
yeah, it was kind of interesting, though,
So
to check out.
I kind of feel like you're annoyed with J-Lo a little bit.
Kind of. I don't like the face cage.
Yeah.
I mean, somebody like me needs to wear a face cage. J-Lo does not need to wear a face cage.
Stop it. You're beautiful. Come on.
She's absolutely beautiful. She did a video today. Did you see that where she took her makeup off? And
She's so brave.
I know. But, most of them is like, this is so anticlimactic. But I will tell you, wow, she looks... I don't know if I would have known it was Jennifer Lopez.
Does she? I bet she still looks beautiful.
Yeah, I mean, I wouldn't say anything about, not attractive at all. But, yeah, I'll try to get that photo and post that up. It was pretty drastic change and difference.
I feel like sometimes women put too much makeup on thinking everyone's going to love it because they're hiding their insecurities. But in reality, we want to maybe take that down. We want to see what you look like. No?
No, you don't. Trust me.
Really?
A lot of us, you want us to put on makeup. If I came in here without makeup, you'd be like, bitch, go home.
So a natural Virginia is not more beautiful than
No.
a put up or put together Virginia?
No, 1,000 times no.
Will you come in tomorrow not made up?
No.
What do you think? There's the before and after. There's Jennifer Lopez with and without her makeup that she did.
I mean, she looks the same to me.
Does she? What do you think,
She's
Virginia?
good looking.
No, she looks different. I think what it is mostly is the eyes.
It is the eye. She does a lot of eye makeup.
She
and
does.
It really pops her eyes.
And she does great eye makeup. But it's also, too, it's a tone thing. So many of us have on our face, myself included, different tones at different areas, and redness here and maybe sallowness here. The makeup evens it all out. It makes it all look pretty and put together. And there's blush on your cheeks, not on the under of your nose. Like, makeup does everybody a favor.
What is the makeup that does you the best?
Gosh, if I...
little blush? Little rouge?
I think mascara, honestly.
No lipstick? No?
I think mascara is the one that makes the biggest difference, followed by lip color.
If I was a woman, I would do big just the eyeshadow galore, hot pink lipstick. Go big. If you're gonna do it, go big.
You'd look like a straight up streetwalker.
A lot of people in the KVJ TV chat room are talking about how terrible J-Lo was on New Year's Eve. I think she really legitimately sang live. I think it was Dream On was the Aerosmith song she did. I was surprised that she sang that well. It was kind of odd. The thing that kind of still weirds me out is where they do that sliding crotch shot into the camera.
See, it doesn't weird me out. I love it.
I don't know. I don't know. There was something about seeing...
She looked like she lost her balance a little bit because maybe the floor was a little slicker than she thought it was going to be.
Yeah,
but I like that because it's real.
Who on the show could give the best crotch slide? I think it's me. Yeah, I do.
Moose Knuckle coming in hot.
Moose Knuckle Pennington's going to take this.
I don't think we can compete with your Moose Knuckle.
I would love to do a competition, though.
I don't have the goods.
And the other big New Year's Eve thing that was going on was the party at Mar-a-Lago that goes on every single year. In fact, Donald Trump, the president, was in town, and all of a sudden on New Year's Eve day, he went bolting out of town, and people are like, why? What's going on? In fact, the Queen and I were doing a little walk, and there we are by the breakers over on Palm Beach, and I saw Marine One. The helicopter he rides in was flying north. You can see that photo on KVJ TV.
Look at you capturing the stories.
Well, that's what I thought. I'm like going, okay, well, there's the old Trumpster.
Paparazzi Kev.
Yeah, look at that. Yeah, snagged that photo, Marine One. And then I saw that he actually bolted out on Air Force One and went back to D.C. for other stuff. So he wasn't at his New Year's Eve party at Mar-a-Lago for the first time in like 20 years. But then I saw on social media Vanilla Ice was.
I saw that too.
Yeah.
Taylor Dane was there.
Okay, I saw the Beach Boys.
The Beach Boys were there.
And then I saw all these articles, backlash for Vanilla Ice.
Well, because first of all, it's obviously a Republican stronghold. And you got a lot of people there at Mar-a-Lago. Nobody's wearing masks, and it's that whole, Republicans don't wear masks, Democrats do. People are losing their minds. So, Rob, I'd heard from him a minute ago, and then I don't know if he's running around, what's going on. But I was just kind of curious, if they hang or if that's just something where his people got a hold of his people and said, hey, would you come play the New Year's Eve party?
Well, I know they both come from that reality world. Ice was in the reality world for a while, so is Trump.
Each other. Yeah, before. That's a good point. That probably, I bet they have. Was he ever on Celebrity Apprentice or anything like that?
He was on the Surreal Life, and the season Ice was on Surreal Life was amazing.
Well,
I don't know if you guys. Ice got all mad. He threw something. It was so good. It was great. I think Gary Coleman was on that one.
Wow. Okay, it's a big year. Okay, so there you go. So that's some of the New Year's Eve stuff that went down.
I don't know if Ice and Trump are boys, but I know Kevin and Ice ain't a boys. I sent him to voicemail. Damn!
I know.
Trying to get you on the radio.
Yeah, he texted me. He's like, hey, you guys still on? I'm good. And I'm like, hey.
His response is cold as ice.
I get cold as ice.
He's a ghost.
That is. Got ghosted. Well, people worried about still the coronavirus kicking around, and it's run through several people here on the show. There was something I saw that was kind of crazy about it that I got to tell you about here in just a couple of minutes. That I told you about the Queen and her deal.
Yeah.
Well, I was reading a story about it because she lost her sense of smell. Still gone. Still gone. And I got a story for you. Like they're saying it may never come back.
Wow.
Right?
What about taste? Can she taste?
She can taste.
Well, that's good.
Good, because if you have to give up one, give up smell.
I mean, I'm okay with giving up my pinky toe, my pinky, and my smell, not my taste.
Pinky toe, pinky, and okay,
smell.
Things that you would give up.
Yeah, things that I'm like,
you
whatever.
give up smell.
I would give up smell and not be that bummed out. Taste buds, I would be very, very distraught over.
Amen.
Okay, I'm just kind of curious. Anybody else that had it and still has lost that sense of smell or taste? You can let us know here at the KVJ Show, 877-979-WRMF.
It's more of the KVJ Show right now on 97.9 WRMF.
Still can't smell. It's the craziest thing. I would be kind of alarmed, but my wife seems like she's like, well, I can't smell, no big deal. But they say that now there are some people that are losing their sense of smell or taste in the coronavirus, and some of them aren't getting it back. I read an article. There was somebody that's lost it for 8 months. And for my wife, it's been a while. I think she's going on like 5 months, something like that.
Are you that bummed out if you lose your sense of smell?
I think it would be.
Yeah, I would be bummed out.
It's overrated.
It is. It is.
I mean, when you put something right up to your nose and you deliberately want to smell, yeah, I would miss that. Because it's fun if you want to smell like a candle or some lotion. But if something smells bad and it's like a fart or a dumpster or a baby diaper and you can't smell it, that's a good thing.
I mean, not if you ask my wife. She said she misses smelling her own farts.
Your wife's a different breed.
That's a different animal.
Yeah.
We're not worthy.
Yeah.
But I mean, if you were trying to smell something and you can't, how often do we really smell things?
You do a good bit, and as I was looking at this article that they were talking about, with your sense of smell, it's tied to both taste and appetite. It's called anosmia, I guess, when you cannot smell. And not only that, but they're saying that for some people, it can impact your mood and quality of life.
Yeah, I had an elementary school teacher who did not have a sense of taste. And the taste, and he said the smell thing kind of messed him up too. And he always had eye boogers in his beard. So the whole thing was just kind of
he had a bad package going on.
I'm just like, I don't think I can
He
learn.
can control the eye boogers. The other problem.
Oh, is he single?
As a kid, I couldn't learn from him. It was tough.
He sounds disgusting.
Yeah, that's why I couldn't learn.
They've linked social isolation to losing your sense of smell.
Damn.
And they said that memories and emotions are intricately tied to smell. When you ever have that where you smell something and it reminds you of your childhood?
Yes.
There's a certain smell that I'll get every now and then that reminds me right when we got hired in Miami.
Okay.
That building had a smell, and every now and then that smell.
You'll catch it off something else.
Yes.
Possibilities that turn to pain?
Yes. I'm like, oh, am I about to get fired?
It's the smell of a pink slip.
Yes. But I do smell that.
Yeah. They say also, too, smells serve as a primal alarm system alerting humans to dangers in our environment, like fires or gas leaks.
I think animals use smell a lot more than humans do.
What about those pheromones, too, that give you
Sure.
a bone piece?
Yeah.
I feel like, though, with some people, the smells may not work and you can still get a bone piece.
You're right.
Because you're fighting through it. Because you're horny.
Prove it?
Somebody said, Kevin, you should have the Queen Google the burnt orange effect. You burn an orange over an open flame, then you eat the skin with brown sugar. My friend did this and got her sense of smell back somewhat.
I saw that on TV. I didn't believe it.
I saw somebody who did it, and it didn't work for them at all because I was telling the Queen about it, and I was like, I saw somebody do it. It didn't work at all. It's just that about 20% of her taste they got too.
I mean, it's at least worth a try to see if there's anything to it.
I guess, yeah. I mean, better than nothing because... Yeah, to me, that would really kind of bother me. But some people have. So if you're one of those people, some people are texting in saying, it's been 5 months for me, too.
Dang.
Dang. Crazy stuff. All right, Jaybird is going to wrap us up. He has got a little thought for the day coming up next here on the KVJ show. Perfect time. You just heard back from Vanilla Ice. He's all good to go. We'll maybe call him on the podcast.
I hope we try to get him and he doesn't call us.
Yeah,
back.
probably. They probably won't have him, but we're playing phone tag with him. So, all right, so that is going to be coming up. You can watch it live coming up here on YouTube. Jay Bird, wrap us up here today with your thought for the day, my friend.
I love this one. Attitude is the difference between an ordeal and an adventure.
Oh, you're right. Yes, it is. Attitude is everything.
Word.
Yeah, word your mother.
KVJ Show is all over social media. Find us Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram.